these accomplished people, right, that are well successful, wealthy, and then they interview the kids at the end and they go, I don't really know my dad. You know, he wasn't there, or, yeah, we don't talk. So I always think of those things as kind of like we highlight these people, and I'm not putting you in this category, that are successful, right? Because they made a lot of money and did a lot of things. And then you look at what is left. And what is left is, everybody knows you have a ton of acquaintances, but your family's not there.
I'd want my daughters to say that I was decent, the same way I think of my father, that, you know, I was thoughtful, I was understanding, I was empathetic, and probably most importantly, and this is a challenge in our jobs, is that I was present.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the one where, as my daughters get older, trying to balance, because we're both in jobs where often just showing up, because the positions we're in makes a big difference. And even, frankly, you could be half asleep, but we have these roles. And it's symbolic to the commissioner to be certain places. Symbolic to you to be certain places. And that's where I'm just trying to sort it through. And I also realize that it's a myth around balance. You know, what I also hope to teach my daughters is that this is something that your father loves, that he gets enormous joy from, and that I hope you in your lives find something that you also really want to devote yourselves to, whatever it is, you know, and give your all to. And that's, I think, part of being a great parent is like being that example to your kids. So those are the things, and I also learned, you know, to the extent that it was a different time with my parents. I'll just say that I do want to be more involved in their lives. I want them to feel they can talk to me about anything, that I'm going to support them no matter what. It's not, I think I was a little of the era where, you know, if you got the A, you got the gold star. But if you didn't, you know, then somehow at least I just felt diminished, you know, by virtue of that success was measured more that way, and that's how you earned love. So I certainly don't want them to ever feel that way. I want them to always feel fully supported, whatever they choose to do.
That's all I got, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for coming on.
This is Greeny with Mike Greenberg.
Bob Costas, and he's with us on ESPN Radio. What year was it that Sports Illustrated did that big feature on you?
Just before the Barcelona Olympics in '92.
Huge profile on Bob Costas, who was my idol then and still now. When I first graduated from college, my uncle, who was an accountant and always thought I would become an accountant and take over his business, gave me a briefcase. And there's nothing in the world more ridiculous than a young aspiring sportscaster carrying around a briefcase. But I had one, and I kept that edition of Sports Illustrated open to that page at the top of my briefcase for years, just as a reminder of what I wanted to do with my career. And to have fallen this far short, Bob, I'm not going to lie to you, is very disappointing. And so that's why I got rid of the magazine.
Other than mentioning this on the air, have you divulged this to your therapist, if you have one?
Oh, yes. Actually, to all 3 or 4 of them over the course of time.
Are you ready to make a difference for the environment while helping the visually impaired at the same time? Then donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind today by calling 1-800-983-6530. Every donated vehicle will either be properly recycled in an eco-friendly manner or given a new life through reuse. Donating your vehicle is easy. Simply call 1-800-983-6530 and Heritage for the Blind will do the rest. They'll even arrange for your vehicle to be picked up at no cost to you. And for a limited time, when you donate your car, you'll receive a $200 restaurant voucher and a 2-night, 3-day hotel stay at one of 50 locations. Call 1-800-983-6530 right now to schedule your vehicle donation and make a positive impact on the environment while helping others. Heritage for the Blind, where every car donation counts and every person makes a difference. Call 1-800-983-6530 now. This advertisement is paid for by Heritage for the Blind.
ESPN Radio Sports Beat with Freddie Coleman. The beauty about the National Football League is that you always are going to find out something that you did not see coming or that you're hoping or anticipating, whatever that is. The NFL is the best reality show in the history of reality shows. We don't need anything else but that. But we're going to find out a lot about two particular people. One guy named Sam Darnold of the Minnesota Vikings. They play as an undefeated team against the Detroit Lions, who still believe they are the kings of the NFC North. By the way, that whole entire division is over 500, which means that no one is playing below 4-2, 4-1, 5-0, 4-2. Those are the teams that make up the NFC North when it comes to Minnesota, Detroit, Green Bay, as well as Chicago. We're going to find out a lot about Sam Darnold, even though he's playing at home as an undefeated team against the Lions team that believes they can get to the Super Bowl. The other guy, of course, Russell Wilson of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Will he be Rusty Wilson or Renaissance Wilson? Will he help the Steelers or hurt the Steelers? We're going to find out about that on Sunday versus the New York Jets. In 60 seconds, Tony Bennett, he left his heart in Charlottesville.
ABC Wednesdays.
Y'all can play all day. We want books. We want paper towels in the classroom. Bet you want razors too. I'm still waiting on the paper towels.
Abbott Elementary returns with the new season.
We asked the district for more after-school programs. They gave us $50 for class pets instead.
Critics cheer. Abbott Elementary continues to be one of the funniest and most beloved shows on TV.
What y'all doing out there? Taking bribes? Proud of y'all.
Abbott Elementary, Wednesdays, 9:30, 8:30 Central on ABC and stream on Hulu.
At the Home Depot, we know Saturdays are for college football. That's why we have everything you need to never miss a play. Like North America's #1 home fire safety brand, Kidda. Because on a day full of football sounds you love, like fight songs, roaring crowds, and your favorite commentators.
Like me, Kirk Herbstreit.
The last sound you want to hear is... Defend your game time with Kidda and the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Based on total household installations as of December 2023.
Some people look old at 55. That is not the case for Virginia basketball coach, or should I say ex-Virginia basketball coach Tony Bennett, officially announced his retirement at 55 on Friday as he pointed to the current environment in college sports as one of the driving forces deciding to leave everything behind. He said, and I quote, "If you're going to do it, you got to be all in. If you do it half-hearted, it's not fair to the university and those young men. So in looking at it, that's what made me step down," end quote. He talked about the emphasis in the transfer portal and name, image, and likeness. He says the players deserve to get paid and receive that revenue, but it's getting closer and closer to a professional model, and to paraphrase Tony Bennett, that's not what he signed up for. I get it. I understand it. Timing, you can say, is terrible, whatever that is. But he's right about one thing. If you're not all in, then you better be all out. Goodbye, Tony Bennett, and God bless. We'll see if you made the right decision. For the ESPN Radio Sports Beat, I'm Freddie.
1017 KQTM Rio Rancho Albuquerque, your hometown radio station. It's now time for another 1017 The Team Sports Update, provided by Caesars Sportsbook at Route 66 Casino Hotel.
I'm Doug Brown. Another double dose of playoff baseball today. First up, Game 5 in the NLCS. The Dodgers with a 3-1 series lead on the Mets. Coverage underway for that one on ESPN Radio. Then at 7:30 Eastern, we'll have Game 4 of the ALCS. The Yankees with a 2-1 series lead on the Guardians. College football Saturday features a top 5 matchup for the second week in a row. It's 5th-ranked Georgia at #1 Texas. The Bulldogs already have one loss. ESPN's Holly Rowe.
They are so resilient, and they have some kids on that team who are great leaders. But the key for me for Georgia is Carson Beck cannot turn the ball over. He had a horrific turnover game against Alabama. He turned it over again a couple of times against Mississippi State last week.
Holly Rowe on Greeny, Texas and Georgia, 7:30 Eastern tomorrow on ABC and ESPN+. Game 4 of the WNBA Finals tonight at Minneapolis. The Lynx need a win at home to force Game 5. The New York Liberty wrap up their first title with a win tonight, 8 Eastern on ESPN.
Hey, it's your resident Super Bowl champ, Chris Cannon, coming on Monday. His teammates think Lamar Jackson could win MVP, but I'll tell you why I agree with them. It's unsportsmanlike weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
Now I'm the mouthpiece on a national stage for a cause and a fight that's been happening since the beginning of this nation. And so there's like these weighty things that I'm trying to navigate.
Yeah.
All while, okay, I need to hit this free throw right now.
Lead by Example with Bob Myers is presented for the people by Caesars Sportsbook. You bet, you get. With Caesars Rewards, must be 21 or older.
Welcome to Lead by Example. I'm your host, Bob Myers. Today we have the privilege of welcoming Manaea More Irons on the program, and I'm really excited. I don't know you, obviously know of you. You probably don't know of me, but you know, looking at your life or your career, I can't believe how much you've actually won. You win at such a high level, and some people I've gotten to be around in my life have won as well, but it's amazing. And I'm wondering, when you were young, a young girl, was that just always how it went for you? Or did something happen? Or were you just better? Or were you more willing? Do you remember that far back and when something triggered or anything happened?
Yeah, I think so much. Well, one of the exciting reasons that I'm excited to share more of my story with the world is because a lot of people were introduced to me, on a national stage after I had become a winner.
Yeah.
And so there was so much work, so much life that had happened before then. So I'd say around high school was when people started to know me for basketball, but so much life had happened before that. I was born to a single mom in the middle of the country in Missouri, and was raised with a whole bunch of loving extended family. And my mom she called me a very spirited child. So I was always running around. I had a lot of energy, and through the encouragement of my great aunt, she was like, well, so-and-so runs a girls basketball team down the road. Why don't you sign her up for that? So it really wasn't any more planned out than that. And so I started to play sports. I played every sport you could think of.
Check out the latest offers at Toyota.com. Then see your Toyota dealer today. We make it easy. Toyota. Let's go places.
Toyota.com is Toyota's central for all things Toyota. At Toyota.com, you can...
Broken now, right field, and Gunnar Henderson has gone yard again to start the game. And with that, Gunnar Henderson holds the new single-season title for home runs by an Orioles shortstop. Move over Cal and move over Miguel Tejada. It's now Gunnar Henderson's world. That's bullshit. Hard to left field. Higashioka has done it again. And he pulls one down the line. It's a fair ball. Machado delivers this time. It's 3-1 San Diego. Merrill, center field. Harris back. He can't get it. San Diego has opened it up here in the second. They lead it 5-1. And what a shot from Merrill.
Bases loaded. Lane Thomas loves the first pitch. Thomas swings, hits a high fly ball deep into left field. It is up. It is going to be a grand slam. Lane Thomas. What a moment. What a swing.
Look at that. You want to talk about a midseason acquisition, BA, putting your team on his back.
Bases loaded. Lane Thomas loves the first pitch. Thomas swings, hits a high fly ball deep into left field. It is up. It is going to be a grand slam. Lane Thomas. What a moment. What a swing.
Look at that. You want to talk about a midseason acquisition, BA, putting your team on his back.
That will set the stage for Xavier Edwards. Selfishly looking for a single to complete the cycle. Towards short, Adames has it, gets rid of it quick, and he's safe! It's a single, and it's a cycle!
The second ever cycle in Marlins franchise history belongs to Xavier Edwards.
It took 30 years. Arise, and now Edwards.
That one is blasted deep to right field, and the Phillies get this road trip off on a good note. It's his 12th leadoff home run of the year. Oh, man, he drills one to deep right field, and that one is gone. His second home run of the game, and a high fly ball to deep right field. They've come all the way back. Kyle Schwarber.
Bob Peterson in game 1 at Dodger Stadium came out of the bullpen, did well, 2 1/3 innings, and he gave up 4 hits. He did allow 3 runs into that ball game. So for the Mets, they're going to be very fluid. They will not hesitate at all in going to the bullpen. And for Flaherty, one thing to look for, the first pitch has been problematic in at-bats, right around a 400 batting average against. But this Dodger ball club, they have been firing on all cylinders. They've also received 31 walks into this series so far. So they've been very selective, and they have been very productive. So here it is, Game 5, National League Championship Series. Dodgers a chance to clinch it, go to the World Series, and with a play, here's Steven.
Thank you, Mo. Wherever you may be and however you may be listening, happy Friday. That's how it started. The Dodgers hope it finishes that way as well. They take the field opposite the Mets, 1 win away from a 4th World Series appearance in the last 8 years. It's the left-hander David Peterson standing on the back of the mound, 6'6", 240 pounds, making his first start of the postseason, first start for New York since September 29th. He's been pitching in a versatile bullpen role. We've seen him close games. We've seen him pitch as the bulk reliever. He will pitch against Shohei Ohtani leading off. Shohei has reached in 6 of his last plate appearances. He's factored in on 7 of the last 18 Dodger runs. Peterson, the lefty, peering over his glove into his windup. First pitch of the game, taken on the inside corner, a slider called strike 1. Here's the pitch. Ohtani watches ball 1 low and away. Shohei last night, Mo, scored 4 times, a leadoff home run, then 3 walks. On the 1-1 from Peterson. Ohtani holds up again, another called strike, a sinker on the outer third.
We're going to find out one thing again. I mentioned the Dodgers have drawn 31 free passes in this series. They've also been putting a ton of runs up on the board. And for the Mets, they've got their backs against the proverbial wall here tonight.
Ohtani took time, now steps back in, hands raised high above his head. Waiting on a 1-2 pitch. Inside, nearly hit him. It got all the way to the backstop. 2-2.
Shadows are gone. The lights have been turned on. It's still not an issue as far as being able to pick up the baseball. Not yet.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Shohei leading off. Peterson's pitch. Outside, full count. It was a fastball pulled away toward the right-handed batter's box. Shohei has hardly moved in the left-handed one. The payoff from Peterson. Ohtani swings through the right side and into right center field for a leadoff base hit. Got underneath the second baseman, Jeff McNeil, starting for the first time this postseason for New York. He went to his right, dove on a backhand, but the ball squeezed by. And so Shohei is aboard to start Game 5. And now let's see if Mookie Betts can stay warm. Last night, 4 hits tied his postseason career high. 4 RBIs set a new postseason career high. Peterson out of the stretch. Mookie watches ball 1 away. A sinker that slipped outside from Peterson, 91 miles per hour in the left-handed batter's box.
Yeah, Peterson's not a guy, he's not going to line up the radar gun at 100 miles an hour. But boy, he's got good stuff if he's around the plate.
Peterson exhales, looks at Ohtani, comes home to Mookie, who swings and takes one the other way. A line drive, right center field. Here comes Marte, and he clanks it off the glove. He was sliding to the grass, and the ball popped out. So Ohtani will go to third, Mookie into second. A couple near misses from the Met defense to start the game.
Well, that's a ball that you don't need to slide. Oh, it'll look good on the replay. But in person, I mean, You don't have to do that. And it hit right off the top of the glove.
Scored a double.
No, that's not a double at the major league level.
It was
that play was just boxed.
An opposite field line drive, tailing toward Marte, who slid, had the ball in his glove, or I guess never did. It bounced out. So it's second and third, no outs. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. The pitch, bouncer to short. Both runners at the hold, and Teo remains hitless. Here in the championship series, now 0 for 15, swinging at the very first pitch from Peterson.
Yeah, we're seeing that a little bit too often with Teoscar Hernandez. He's in a hurry to hit the baseball, and too big of a hurry right here in the opening frame with second and third and nobody out.
That's just a bad approach. So one out in the top of the first. The Dodgers have Ohtani on third, Betts on second. Now Freddie Freeman draws back into the starting lineup after getting yesterday off. Helped that sprained right ankle. The pitch. Taken outside, ball one. The Met infield. Kind of pinched in at the corners. Vientos and Alonso at third and first. The middle infielders playing back on the dirt. The 1-0. Freddie swings. Line drive into the glove of Alonso at first, who was well positioned, and now there are two outs. That was hit hard by Freddie, but Alonso was Pete on the spot.
Well, the good news is for Freddie Freeman, who was not in the lineup yesterday, problematic with that troublesome right ankle. That was a free and easy looking swing.
The Dodgers get the first two on and in scoring position. They're in danger of squandering this first inning opportunity. It'll be up to Tommy Edman. Switch hitter batting from the right side against the left-handed Peterson. It comes home and delivers strike one. A fastball at 93 on the outer third.
The Mets get out of this inning. We may hear the biggest roar that we've heard in the 3 games played here at Citi Field.
Tommy Edman has hits and RBIs in all 4 games against New York. Can he come through once more? Takes inside, but it's called strike 2. A fastball in, and Edman can't believe it. Crew chief Bill Miller behind home plate. Gave the Met lefty the benefit of the doubt. Second and third, 2 out. An 0-2 pitch to Tommy Edman, who just got a piece, fouls it back.
I have been a little surprised at the interpretation of the strike zone in this series.
Now we've seen Edman battle before with 2 strikes. Trying to do it again. Another 0-2. Spiked in front of the plate, blocked by Alvarez. Dribbles back in front of home and toward the mound. So Ohtani and Betts both stay where they're at. One ball, 2 strikes. The Dodgers trying to strike first in Game 5. Peterson ready at the letters. Here's the pitch. Edman swings and misses, strike 3. And there's that roar you're alluding to, Rick Monday. Ohtani singles, Betts doubles, second and third, nobody out, and the Dodgers can't get one. Jack Flaherty will take the mound when we come back on the Dodgers Audio Network.
Matt Money Smith here, talking about my man Dave Gillum over at Gallup.
High fly ball, deep left field. Back goes Melendez. Forget about it. It's gone. In large part, this night has belonged to Giancarlo Stanton, and he gives the Yankees the lead, 3-2 in the 8th.
That was the third spinning breaking ball in a row from Bubic, and Stanton measured one. Just know when he covers it, it's going to be out of the ballpark.
Pirates, no runs, no hits, 1 error. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Oh, Shohei, 7 no-hit innings.
Nate Pearson, the new pitcher on the mound, is a bouncer to short, fielded by Swanson. He'll throw to first to get him.
8 no-hit innings. Porter Hodge on the mound.
Down to their last chance.
Grounder to short. Dansby to first. There it is.
A combined no-hitter for the Chicago Cubs.
2-0 pitch. A drive to deep left field. This ball is on its way. This ball is gone. The 1-2. Line into right. It's going to drop for a base hit. Gurriel is being waved home. Pham comes through. The Royals take the lead. Through the hole, another base hit. Verdugo fires toward the plate. No play there. And they may tack something on here. Soto fires toward the plate. That's not going to work for them. A 4-run inning for the Royals.
So Profar at second, nobody out for Manny Machado. Machado hits one to right center field. Back goes Rodriguez looking up. Manny Machado stands alone as the Padres' all-time home run leader. Man, oh man, oh Manny, you are number one in Padres history. 2-run shot, 429 feet, and history tonight in Seattle.
Eruption as far as a volcano inside. But here's a spot that Jack Flaherty's been dreaming about since he was a kid, pitching for the hometown team. And with a victory tonight, the Dodgers advanced to the World Series.
In Game 1, he became the first Dodgers starting pitcher to throw 7+ scoreless innings in a postseason start since Game 6 in 2020 of the National League Championship Series against Atlanta. Francisco Lindor steps into the batter's box, switch hitter batting from the left side. Flaherty's into the windup. First pitch strike, calm, cool, collected. Flaherty's fastball down the middle at 93. Lindor had 2 hits last night. He's 3 for 16 in the series, batting 188. The pitch. It's a breaking ball, and a curve down and away, 1-1.
I think the Mets in the first couple of games, Stephen, have looked like they're in a hurry to hit the baseball instead of being selective.
On 1-1, Lindor holds up on another breaking ball. This one down and inside the knuckle curve. Advantage goes to Lindor. The Mets had the Temptations legendary Motown group on hand. Pre-game sang Lindor's walk-up song, the famous 1965 hit, My Girl. Flaherty's 2-1. Lindor swings, rifles one to right field, drops down in front of Betts for a leadoff single.
Mets have been looking for a spark in each of the first 2 games. Is that leadoff single the spark that they really need?
Well, all season long, Mo, when this team looked down and out, it was Lindor who gave them the swing and the spark that they were looking for. Here's Brandon Nimmo, elevated to the 2-hole for Game 5. The left fielder takes the first pitch from Flaherty. It's a fastball tailing away. Ball 1. No score in the bottom of the first. Lindor on after a hard-hit single. Nimmo up. Vientos to follow. Alonso in the hole. Flaherty out of the stretch. Pick off attempt. A little late. Lindor dives back in safely before Freddie can apply the tag. Dodgers in their road grays. The Mets in their home whites and pinstripes. With Flaherty and Nimmo with the high socks. Locking horns here with 1 on and nobody out. The pitch. Outside. Ball 2. Another fastball that tailed toward the right-handed batter's box away from the lefty Nimmo. Nimmo had 2 hits last night. Hits in back-to-back games. Playing through plantar fasciitis. The pitch. He was watching all the way, and Flaherty gets on the board. A fastball at 91 on the outer third. They still have Nimmo in the field. There have been questions of whether, hey, if you want him in the lineup, you DH him with Jesse Winker out there. But I'll still say he's better defensively on 1 foot than Winker is with 2. Flaherty's curveball outside, 3-1.
So far, Flaherty, it's only 2 batters into it, has not hit with that curveball yet.
Three balls, 1 strike on Nimmo. The pitch. Ball 4. Fastball slipped out of his hands. The first 2 have reached against Flaherty, just like they did against Peterson. The Mets starter wiggled out of it. Can Jack follow suit?
Well, I mentioned the Dodgers 31 walks over the first 4 games. That's the 18th walk Dodger pitching has issued to the Mets in this series.
And that was a huge reason why Game 1 was so effective. He only walked 2. I mean, the walk rate since coming over from the Tigers is basically doubled. He had 19 walks and 106 and 2/3 innings with the Tigers. 19 walks and just 55 with the Dodgers. Curveball down the middle, strike one taken by Mark Vientos. First and second, no outs. And now the Mets' best postseason hitter, who has 12 RBIs in 11 games at the plate. The 0-1. Vientos waves at strike two. Chased a slider. Good pitch from Flaherty.
For Vientos in postseason, hitting at 370. In fact, he's hit in 7 of the 11 games that they've played so far.
Here's the pitch. Outside. Into the slider, and this time Vientos did not offer. 1-2. Flaherty stares in, exhales on the mound. Ball behind his back, now in the glove at his letters. Here's the pitch. Vientos hits a high fly ball left field. Teoscar Hernandez backpedaling in front of the warning track. He's underneath the first out. Lindor tagging from second and then heads back to second. Good throw in from Teoscar. Bouncing in there to Max Muncy. Remains first and second for New York. Now one away. It's Pete Alonso, the first baseman. 2 for 15 in the series. Questions last night, persisting through 3 games today. Will this be Pete Alonso's final game as a New York Met? He's set to be a free agent after the season. The 4-time All-Star looking for a big payday.
First pitch critical for Flaherty. I mentioned in the opening that, first pitches in the regular season, over 400 average against him.
Here's the pitch. Alonso watches a first pitch strike. Slider at the knees. Right down the middle. Ball in one. Lindor on second, Nimmo on first. Scoreless in game 5. An 0-1 pitch with 1 out. Alonso takes ball 1.
Alonso was out taking a little extra batting practice earlier today. He's just 2 for 15, a 133 average in this series. Does not have an extra base hit in either one of those 2 hits.
He struck out 6 times, 3 walks, just 1 run. The 1-1 pitch. Alonso takes a fastball inside. And Alonso jumps ahead of Flaherty. Not as smooth a start for Jack here in the bottom of the first inning. So he had in game 1. This will be the 17th pitch of the first. Here it is. Alonso takes one to right center field. Pages turns around and watches it fly. Pete Alonso with a 3-run first inning home run into the batter's eye to the right of the apple that has arisen from center field at Citi Field. And New York strikes first and big. 3-0 New York. Well, Mo, you said he didn't have an extra base hit in the series. He has one now, and the Dodgers trail.
And he also got a very good pitch to hit. So that extra batting practice evidently had paid off earlier, but for Flaherty, he's going to move the ball out of the middle of the plate. So a leadoff single, then the walk, long fly ball, and then the 3-run dinger.
Bases empty again. Still only 1 out. Here's Jesse Winker. First pitch strike from Flaherty. And so again, you look back at the top of the first, and the Dodgers have Ohtani and Betts on second and third, nobody out. Teoscar grounds the first pitch to short. They get no runs in, and now they trail 3-0. That's how quickly it can change. Winker rolls it to first, fair. Freddie along the line stops it. Underhand toss to Flaherty, covering the bag, and there's out number 2. So Freddie had to shuffle over to his left to make that stop with that severely sprained right ankle.
Well, the pitch to Alonso, he went down to get it. The ball was down right at the knees, maybe a little bit below. He's not handled the ball upstairs well at all in this series. He handled that one very well downstairs.
And the bugaboos for Jack Flaherty, a walk and the home run, 1 of each in the first inning. Dodgers down 3-0 here in game 5. Starling Marte takes ball 1. Into the windup. Marte Marte hangs back and pulls the ball foul on the third base side. Even count. Flaherty north of 20 pitches now. The 1-1. Marte chases strike 2. And a slider. And it dropped off the plate. Flaherty needs one more strike. Wiggles the glove as he kicks and fires. Marte does not chase that curveball down and in the dirt in the left-handed batter's box. 2-2. Pete Alonso with a long home run to the right of center field, giving New York 3 runs on 1 swing. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Marte slashes it down the line into right field. It hits off the inlet and bounces away. Mookie thought it was going to the corner. It ricocheted into shallow right and allowed Marte to get into second with a 2-out double.
Late swing on a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. That ball was just about all the way past Marte, but he keeps it fair just barely down the first base line.
So Marte had the severe misplay in the field in the top of the first. The Tones with a 2-out double. Tyrone Taylor, the 7th Met to the plate here in the bottom of the first. This is not the start that the Dodgers were hoping for in Game 5. Not by any stretch of the imagination. 25th pitch of the inning from Flaherty. Down low, ball 1. Done such a good job of controlling this crowd, particularly early in the games. The 1-0. Taylor swings and taps it foul, loses his helmet in the process. 1 ball, 1 strike. No home runs for Flaherty in Game 1 after allowing 5 the previous 16 in the third innings. Giving up a home run here in the bottom of the first of Game 5. 1-1 pitch. Taylor, the Torrance native, takes. Fastball just missed outside, 2-1. Flaherty nearing 30 pitches. Out of the stretch with Marte on behind him. Taylor bounces it foul to third. 2-2.
Well, the Mets are doing exactly what they knew they had to do.
Yep.
Take the game away from the Dodgers if possible early in the game. And the Dodgers really bypassed a golden opportunity to take the lead.
Man, did they ever.
I mean, you look at the fact Dodgers have been so selective in hitting. And that was not the case. Runners at second and third, nobody out. Teoscar Hernandez first ball swinging. And not a great pitch.
Terrible. The 2-2 to Taylor, low and away, ball 3. Full count. It'll be a 30-pitch first inning for Jack Flaherty. His next offering will be number 30 on the dot. 3-0 New York. Marte on second, 2 outs. A 3-2 pitch to the center fielder. He swings and pulls it toward the Dodger dugout off the facing. Bounces into shallow left.
What we've not seen, swing and misses.
Nope. Flaherty threw 98 pitches to get through 7 shutout in Game 1. Still trying to get out of the first inning. His 31st. It is a slider low and away, ball 4. He has as many walks here in the first inning as he had the entirety of Game 1. It's been a role reversal in this first inning. Here comes Mark Pryor. Consultation on the mound brought to you by Jacoby Myers, the official law firm of the Dodgers. Call 1-800-5-million for a free consultation because everyone deserves justice. The last 2 nights in New York, Mo, it was the Dodgers who forced Met pitchers into the strike zone, laid off pitches out of the zone, and who got big pitches from their arms. And so far tonight, obviously still not yet through 1 inning. A long way to go. We recognize that, but this 1 inning has been a flip of the script.
Long way to go, but the Dodgers have to change something right now. You know, the first couple of games here in this ballpark, Dodgers are taking the air out of the stadium. Well, right now, They're not just spectators. They turn back into fans.
And that was why it was our main point in the pregame show with Tim Cates is do not give this team an inch, any daylight, any hope. 3-0 New York, 2-on-2 out. Here's Jeff McNeil, the 8th Met to the plate. First pitch swinging, goes the other way. Teoscar Hernandez on the run, is slicing toward the line. He tracks it down and makes the catch for the 3rd and final out. But a lengthy bottom of the first for Jack Flaherty. Needed 32 pitches to get 3 outs. But the Mets get 3 runs. Pete Alonso, a 3-run blast to center field. 3-0 New York after 1 full.
AM 570.
LA's best sports talk.
The real home of the Dodgers.
Now it's time for Who Can It Be? We're going to show you a childhood photo of a big leaguer. Can you guess who it is?
There's a towering drive down the line. Ohtani's broken through. It is gone. A majestic home run into the second deck. 7-0 LA. Guys on base, good things happen for Shohei Ohtani. That thing went a long way. That went a long way and didn't hook enough to even have a chance to go foul. 3-2 Tigers lead. And Fry in the air, deep left field. This is back, this is up, and gone! David Fry, a 2-run smash. The Guardians have the lead. Shows bunt, gets it down, squeezes on, and safe. He hit a home run in one at-bat, and then a squeeze bunt to give you a 5-3 lead for David Fry.
Rojas on the ground at third. Machado touches third, fires to second. Out at first. Oh my goodness! It's a triple play. It ends the ball game. The San Diego Padres have clinched their spot in the postseason after a magical 2024 campaign. What a way to wrap it up, and they will celebrate in LA tonight. 2 games back in the division. That's not over yet.
Lawrence Butler time. He gets a hold of one early, and this ball's gonna fly on out. The growth he's seen over Butler. This one hit hard towards center field, and right on cue, Lawrence Butler adds another. Including his last save opportunity. That ball is belted. Lawrence Butler does it again.
Oh my God!
All tied up in the Queen City.
Pirates, no runs.
Make it challenging for David Peterson in the second. Here's Kike. The pitch from the lefty. Kike takes ball 1. Hernandez batting .353 in this series, Mo.
I've always felt that desperate teams are dangerous. And the Mets are desperate right now, down 3 games to 1.
The pitch. Up and in, ball 2. I like this from Kike. You know, I think it could be a tendency. You fall down 3-0 early. All right, let's try and strike back quick. Well, keep the same approach and patience you've had the last 2 nights because it's worked fine.
Yep.
Ball 3 outside. 3-0 to Kike leading off the second.
Well, the Mets pitching in this series has shown is that, look, if you're going to be selective, which the Dodgers hitters have been, if you're going to be selective, they have not found the strike zone consistently.
The 3-0. Kike taking all the way. Drops the bat, a 4-pitch leadoff walk. So David Peterson, a big left-hander in his 6th year. The Dodgers saw him in Game 1. He was the 3rd pitcher of the game. Came out of the bullpen, 2 1/3 innings, gave up 3 runs. 2 of them were earned, 4 hits, a walk, 2 strikeouts, through 40 pitches. It was the first runs he had allowed all postseason. That outing began with a strikeout of Max Muncy, who's at the plate now. 1 on, nobody out. Dodgers trailing 3-0. Strike 1 to Max.
Same defense we've seen really in the entire series with Muncy, even though left-hander out there. The third baseman, Vientos, is really playing at the shortstop position. Lindor, the shortstop, playing up the middle as far as he can.
Peterson, ball close to his chest, comes home. Muncy checks his swing. It's inside and in the dirt. The changeup makes it 1-1. Muncy established a major league record last night, reaching 12 consecutive plate appearances in the postseason. Short lead for Kike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Muncy watches, strike 2, land atop the zone. And it was a sinker. That is the main offering from Peterson. One of 5 pitches he has in his arsenal. There's been more sinkers and curveballs during this postseason. A 1-2 pitch to Max Muncy. Up high, 2-2. Went to a 4-seam fastball at 93.
Seen Peterson now, early goings, topped out at 94, which is barely above the average fastball velocity.
The 2-2. Muncy stares at strike 3, and he knew it. It was a sinker at the knees in the middle of the plate. Second strikeout for Peterson, 1 gone in the second inning.
Well, that's a strikeout, and not one swing at any of the strikes.
So Will Smith now. Smith batting 8th today for the Dodgers. Kike on first, 1 out, and Peterson will look him back with a throw over there. First time he's in the 8-hole since Game 3 of the 2021 National League Division Series. Is Will Smith batting just 156 this postseason. The pitch. Taken for a ball.
Right side of the infield wide open with Alonso holding. Kike Hernandez over at first base. The outfield the opposite way because the Mets don't believe that Will Smith is going to pull the ball, and quite frankly, his swings have not really indicated he would.
Goes the other way, pushed in the air to right field. It'll hang up for Marte. Kike was halfway between first and second. He retreats to first. Second out of the second inning.
I talked about it for Will Smith. He has that leg kick, and that front leg, the left leg, sometimes he just does not get it back down on the ground quickly enough to really set himself up to make that transfer and get a good swing. He's been late a lot.
Now 3 for 17 in the series is Smith. Here's Andy Pages, who was 0 for 4 with a strikeout last night. Couldn't get involved in the offensive explosion. Takes a fastball up and in from Peterson, 1-0. Dodgers down 3-0 here in Game 5. 2 outs, Kike Hernandez on first. Pages at the plate, Ohtani on deck. Dodgers would love for Pages to push this inning to show. Fastball up high, 2-0 on Pages, who faced Peterson earlier this year. Now, the Dodgers saw him in his season debut. He had to recover from off-season hip surgery to repair his labrum. Pages 1 for 2 against the lefty. Swings, and that will get down right center field. Kike will go from first to third. A bloop base hit for Andy Pages. Keeps the second inning alive. It'll bring the tying run to the plate. And the MVP, Shohei Ohtani.
And this is a contact at bat. Well, you make contact, and even a ball hit on the ground, unless it's hit hard at someone, not looking at a double play, the Dodgers desperately need to get a run across.
They're going to put Shohei's ridiculous run with runners in scoring position to the test. He is 17 for his last 20 with runners in scoring position, with 9 extra base hits, 7 home runs, and 27 RBIs. Goes back to his 50 home run game. First and third, 2 out. Dodgers trailing by 3. First pitch bounces away, skips off the glove of Alvarez. Kike comes home. The Dodgers are on the board. Andy Pages on second. It's now 3-1.
A wild pitch, but Alvarez is another one of the catchers that gets down and he's on one knee and he's got the other leg extended. It's not quite all the way extended where the heel's on the ground, what they refer to as a kickstand stance, but he didn't move at all. Oh, he moved his glove to try and go to the outside, but he was not going to put his body in front of it and block it. Thank you very much.
A wild pitch scores the first run of the game for the Dodgers. Pages in scoring position for Ohtani. 1-0. Peterson delivers. Ohtani takes down and away. Ball 2.
You know, Stephen, baseball's a lot of catchers have gotten so enamored with framing pitches. You know, blocking pitches is also in the listing of your responsibilities.
The 2-0 pitch. Inside, 3 balls, no strikes. A changeup down and in on Ohtani. Mookie Betts waiting in the wings. 2 out and a runner on. We're in the top of the second. It's now a 2-run game. 3-0. Ohtani was watching all the way, and it just got the outside corner with that sinker. Peterson has strike 1.
As the pitch was made, Lindor, the shortstop, was actually standing on the bag at second base.
Ohtani will step out, ask for time. Something in his eyes. Steps away, wiping his eyes away. Trying to blink it clear. Shohei led off the game with a base hit. Got to third after Mookie's quote-unquote double was a clanker in right field for Marte, but the Dodgers weren't able to bring either of them home. And Shohei still bothered by something in the eyes.
Looking at the flags atop the left field stands.
So now Dave Roberts and Thomas Albert, part of the athletic training staff, about to trot out. They're being shooed back by Bill Miller, the crew chief. So they'll get back to the dugout. 3 balls and a strike. Ohtani ready for the pitch from Peterson. Shohei swings through, strike 2.
Saying is the wind is coming in from left field towards home plate.
Chased a changeup that fell off the table. Good pitch selection and execution from Peterson. Full count now. Paez on second. 2 outs. 3-1 New York. The 3-2 pitch. Ohtani will draw a walk. Tosses the bat. Takes off the protective gear. And will pass the baton to Mookie Betts. But first, a visit from Jeremy Hefner. It's a consultation on the mound. Brought to you by Jacoby & Myers, the official law firm of the Los Angeles Dodgers. If you want a free consultation, pick up your phone and call 1-800-5-million, because everyone deserves justice.
These are spots the Dodgers have been able to close the gap. And this is the good part of the lineup. And for Mookie Betts, and a good line. Some of his other teammates, Max Muncy was saying last night, after Betts had just a terrific ball game, he says, Mookie Betts, one of the best players in baseball, just occasionally we had to remind him of that.
Last night was a good reminder.
Yes, it was. And for good reason.
Mookie was 4 for 6 last night. A triple shy of the cycle.
He got a good slider to hit his first time up.
First and second, 2 outs. The pitch from Peterson. Mookie watches outside, ball 1. Peterson approaching 40 pitches. Remember, he threw 40 in his 2 1/3 of game 1 out of the bullpen. Did make 21 starts this year. Looks back at Paez on second. Comes home. Mookie swings and fights it in the air. It's playable for Alonso. Foul to the first base line. He squeezes out number 3. So Betts strands a pair. The tying runs left on base for the Dodgers in the second, but they get one back to chip away.
Charlie heads out, began his Rockies career in center field, gonna end it the same way.
Charlie with a base hit. Gotta love it. Make sure you get that baseball, too.
Good for Charlie. Base hit in his final at bat. I'm sure that played into Buddy's decision.
Charlie Blackmon's career as a Rocky has come to an end. And here is the standing ovation yet again. Winning run at second, 2 down. 1-2 pitch to Castellanos. Into left field, down the line. It's a fair ball, and the Phillies have tied the series. Back to Queens, 1 apiece. Castellanos, the hero. Slider, that's a hanger. 2 strikes, you cannot make that mistake. Trying to make it too good, he hangs it. Castellanos does it right away. The Philly crowd do it right away.
Unbelievable. One of the best games I've ever seen.
This was an instant classic.
There's a towering drive down the line. Ohtani's broken through. It is gone. A majestic home run into the second deck. 7-0 LA. Guys on base, good things happen for Shohei Ohtani.
That thing went a long way. That went a long way and didn't hook enough to even have a chance to go foul.
There goes Ohtani. Pitches in the dirt. Ohtani stolen second. 43rd for Ohtani. Driven the other way. Gurriel on the track. Gurriel on the wall. It's gone. Shohei with another shot. His 43rd. One of each tonight. Make it 43 and 43 in his hunt for history.
2-0, there's the swing and a high fly ball towards the right field corner. Fair or foul towards the pole. It's off the pole and gone. Pavin Smith, his 5th of the year. Pavin swings. That's belted. Deep left field. Alvarez turns, walks. It's gone.
A grand slam. Second home run. Hang on. He's done it again.
Appearance at the plate in the first inning. Well, the Mets, we talked about how, they're like cockroaches. They've been really tough to kill all year long. They haven't lost 3 straight games at home against a single opponent since the Dodgers are here in May. Alvarez sprays it to right field. It gets over the head of Mookie Betts. Took a tough angle to it. Gets all the way to the base of the wall. And Francisco Alvarez has a leadoff double on the very first pitch that he saw from Jack Flaherty. Just his 3rd hit of the series. First extra base hit of the postseason. And the Dodgers already in danger of giving that 1 run they scored right back.
Well, for Flaherty, again, in that first inning, as you mentioned, the 32 pitches, only 17 were strikes. And he's worked at a big part of the plate, and that has not really worked out.
It was an opposite field line drive, and Mookie sort of ran. He didn't run back. It was a poor angle, I would say, on that line drive. So ultimately a leadoff double, and now the lineup turns over. Ball 1 to Francisco Lindor. The pitch. Lindor hangs back and drives one deep to right field. Will it stay fair? It won't. It got into the second deck, but foul. And Jack Flaherty just got away with one.
Hanging curveball.
One ball, 1 strike. Flaherty's already given up 4 hits, 3 of them for extra bases. A home run and 2 doubles. The Mets clearly made their adjustment from game 1 when Flaherty shut him out for 7 innings. Now Lindor slices one foul, line down the left field side. 1-2. Dodgers were dreaming of a storybook finish to this championship series. The hometown kid on the mound has had to work early. 1-2. Lindor, a high fly ball, right field. Mookie Betts on the warning track, drifting toward the wall. In front of the wall, he's there to make the catch. Alvarez will tag from second to third, and Lindor just missed for a second time in 1 plate appearance.
And again, we're not seeing any swings and misses. Well, friends, you can wear what the players are wearing on the field during the postseason. Just check out the largest selection of authentic jerseys, caps, hoodies, T-shirts, and a whole lot more. So visit MLBshop.com. Your favorite postseason Dodgers gear.
Good base running by Alvarez to get from second to third. Only 1 out. Brandon Nimmo, the batter. The Dodger infield is in. First pitch, breaking ball downstairs and inside. 1-0. Mets 3, Dodgers 1. New York has a runner on third and 1 out. Flaherty misses the zone again. A changeup. And he'll mix in from time to time. But it was downstairs, 2-0. Nimmo walked in the first and scored on Alonso's home run. 2-0 pitch. Nimmo swings, pops it up. Foul ground. Will Smith will give it a look, but won't have a play. Gets 3 rows back over the net.
Well, this is a spot that the Mets have really struggled in this series. Runners in scoring position coming in today, just a 138 average. They're 1 for 4 in this one so far.
Flaherty already at 40 pitches, only 1 out in the second inning. Two-one. Nimmo swings. It's a high fly ball, shallow center field. Pages waiting on it. Comes in, makes the catch. Alvarez going to tag from third, and they'll hold him up. It's a strike all the way to the plate from Andy Pages, straight into the glove from Will Smith. So it's the second time in as many nights, Mo, you see the respect that Pages' right arm commands.
Yeah, and especially with Alvarez as the runner. And that's putting it literally as he's a runner. He's a guy on third base who doesn't run particularly fast.
Mark Vientos, 0 for 1, flew out to left field in the first inning, but didn't miss by much. 2 outs, a runner on third, still 3-1. First pitch, slider down and away. Vientos with 7 multi-hit games already this postseason. He had 6 his first 9 games. Flaherty deals. Vientos tries to check his swing. Wow, they say he held up. First base umpire Jordan Baker said it was a safe check swing, so it's 2-0. Wow. From our vantage point, that certainly looked like he went around. 2-0. Vientos bounces it foul toward the Dodger dugout.
Right, interesting that Andy Pages is wearing sunglasses. They're on the bill of his cap. But the sun, well, it was setting quite a while ago.
2-1 pitch. Down the chute, strike 2. Oh, Flaherty slips off the mound. Says he's okay. He lost his footing there. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the New York third baseman. Alvarez led off this second inning with a double. Got to third on a long fly ball from Lindor. Flaherty trying to strand him. Pitch, 2-2. Vientos pokes it to center field, and Pages is there. Makes the routine catch for the third and final out, so Flaherty works around the leadoff double, and the 2 scares off the bat of Francisco Lindor. Ultimately, it's a shutdown second inning. The Dodgers still within 2. 3-1 Mets.
When you want Dodgers, the only home is AM 570 LA Sports.
Sometimes.
Pitch. A drive to deep left field. This ball is on its way. This ball is gone. The 1-2. Line into right. It's going to drop for a base hit. Gurriel is being waved home. Pham comes through. The Royals take the lead. Through the hole, another base hit. Verdugo fires toward the plate. No play there. And they may tack something on here. Soto fires toward the plate. That's not going to work for them. A 4-run inning for the Royals.
Tigers trying to get one on the road before they return to Detroit. Runner goes, pitch is swung on, a high fly ball to right field. This one is gonna fly! A 3-run home run! Kerry Carpenter! The Tigers up 3-0 as Carpenter, an emphatic, towering fly ball home run into the bleachers in right field. What a moment!
80 degrees, crystal clear skies. We start the bottom of the first.
And a high fly ball to deep right center field. The Phillies have the lead. And Kyle Schwarber has the Major League season record for leadoff home runs. He now has 14. It is 1-0 Phillies.
What else can you say? The man
is just absolutely incredible.
4 runs so far through 3 2/3. This ball skied into left field. That'll send Austin Hayes back. He's near the wall. He looks up. It's gone. That ball scalded to center field. Jordan crushes one to straightaway center. Chazzy Fizz followed up by Jordan with a smash to center. 3 in a row. The big man is on fire. 3 straight home runs. A laser beam over the wall in center.
And a 1-2 to Vientos is into left field, down for a base hit. Here comes Bader. He'll score the tying run. Nimmo the other way, and the Mets will take the lead in the 8th. Lindor scores.
Alonso, and you can circle that first inning in particular. Second and third, nobody out. They come up with nada.
Teoscar Hernandez started that bad stretch, swung at the first pitch, and grounded out to short. An unproductive out and a bad approach for a guy who just gave up back-to-back hits to open the game. Strike one delivered here in the 3rd.
And really unusual because the Dodgers have been so selective with the pitches that they have offered at in this series.
The pitch. Hernandez swings and fouls strike 2 back over the screen. Teoscar 0 for 15 in this championship series. He had hits in all 5 games against the Padres. Was such a massive part of the Dodgers getting to this LCS. Peterson misses down and away, 1-2. Also has 7 strikeouts in this 0 for 15 skid.
Well, we noticed the Mets too, and they're getting ahead of Hernandez. They realize he's expanding the strike zone, so they haven't really thrown strikes with 2.
1-2 doesn't expand there. It was a sinker way outside in the left-handed batter's box. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Teo's postseason batting average has dropped to 182. Leading off the 3rd, 2-2 pitch, and he waves at strike 3. Chased a changeup, and Peterson has his 3rd K. That's the 8th strikeout of the series for Teoscar Hernandez. So he has gone ice cold at the wrong time. Of course, other Dodgers have picked him up in the lineup. That's why they're ahead in the series. Freddie Freeman steps in. Watches ball 1. One out, nobody on. 3-1 New York. The 1-0 pitch. Freddie swings and misses.
Well, a lot of people we talked to, Steve, got really caught up in the fact, the Dodgers have a 3-1 lead. Well, you have to win 4 to win the series.
On the 1-1, Freddie takes ball 2. And the Mets have their best starter waiting for Game 6. That's Sean Manaea, who pitched pretty darn well against the Dodgers in Game 2 in L.A. The only game the Mets have won in this series so far. The 2-1 pitch. Freddie swings, a bouncer to first. Scooped up off the dirt by Alonso. Tells Peterson, I got it, and he does. 2 away.
And you know what the Mets thought is, and their skipper kind of alluded to it a little bit earlier this afternoon, meeting with the media. They realized they have to win this ball game, and then, as you mentioned, Manaea would work Game 6.
Severino in Game 7.
Yeah, they feel strongly about Game 6, and then you throw it up for grabs, Game 7.
Base is empty, 2 gone. Here's Tommy Edman, who struck out swinging in the first. He swings and misses. The first pitch sinker from Peterson. And the Dodgers at 2nd and 3rd, no outs in the first, no runs. He stranded 2 more in the 2nd. Peterson's pitch up and in with a fastball at 93. 1 ball, 1 strike for Tommy. The 1-1. Edman swings, base hit into left field. Tommy Edman stays warm at the plate. He has a hit in every single game in this championship series. He's got a hit in 8 of 10 games this postseason. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Dodgers Audio Network.
They won the NL West. They're the top seed in the National League.
The best record in baseball. LA Dodgers October baseball is here.
KLAC, KYSR HD2 Los Angeles.
Edman pulls a ground ball through the left side to get on for Kike Hernandez. 2 out in the top of the third. Tying run at the plate. Peterson misses, low and away. Ball 1. Dodgers trailing New York 3-1 early on in Game 5. Kike walked and scored on the wild pitch in the second inning. Here's the pitch. Kike swings, pushes it high in the air, right field, should be playable for Marte, who comes in, and he does make the catch. So Tommy Edman's 2-out single, stranded on the bases. That's 5 runners left on in 3 innings for the Dodgers. 3-1 New York.
The exclusive home of the Dodgers.
AM 570 LA Sports.
Five in the 7th. The Yankees are now 1 for 11 with runners in scoring position in this game. Base hit to left. Chisholm can fly. He rounds third and heads for the plate. He would have beaten the throw anyway. It squirts away from Perez. And the Yankees jump back in front, 6-5.
Verdugo now has a couple of hits, been on base 3 times. He scored a couple of runs, and he drives in the go-ahead run here with another base hit to left field. Chisholm was flying.
Pirates, no runs, no hits, 1 error. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Oh, Shohei, 7 no-hit innings.
Nate Pearson, the new pitcher on the mound, is a bouncer to short, fielded by Swanson. He'll throw to first to get him.
8 no-hit innings. Porter Hodge on the mound.
Down to their last chance.
Grounder to short. Dansby to first. There it is.
A combined no-hitter for the Chicago Cubs.
Winning run at second, 2 down. 1-2 pitch to Castellanos. Into left field. Down the line. It's a fair ball. And the Phillies have tied the series. Back to Queens. 1 apiece. Castellanos the hero. Slider. That's a hanger. 2 strikes. You cannot make that mistake. Trying to make it too good. He hangs it. Castellanos does it right away. The Philly crowd do it right away.
Unbelievable game. One of the best games I've ever seen.
This was an instant classic.
80 degrees, crystal clear skies. We start the bottom of the first.
And a high fly ball to deep right center field. The Phillies have the lead. And Kyle Schwarber has the Major League season record for leadoff home runs. He now has 14. It is 1-0 Phillies.
What else can you say? The man is just absolutely incredible.
I was glad to see Luis wanted to hit.
Up there on the scoreboard for New York, Mo.
Well, for the Mets, they understand exactly what they had to do. 3 runs on the 3 hits, and for Alonso, starts off here in the 3rd inning, finally came alive. And we noticed that he took some extra early batting practice on the field this afternoon and trying to get back on track.
Flaherty's ready. First pitch to Alonso. Swings and fouls it off the plate and then off himself, strike 1. Alonso now 3 for 6 lifetime against Flaherty, with a double and a home run. Alonso, in his young career, already ranks 3rd in Met history with 226 home runs. He's been a certified slugger since he debuted in 2019. The 0-1, Alonso swings and fouls a fastball back into the backstop, 0-2. He got a taste of a home run, Mo, in these last couple of swings. He wants another one, it would look like. Flaherty has 2 strikes. Into the windup. Check swing and a ball in the dirt. Did he go? No, says Jordan Baker. Sun continues to set here in New York City past 6 p.m. local time. As Flaherty delivers a 1-2 pitch, Alonso rolls it foul on the third base side, picked up by the third base coach Mike Sarbaugh, who delivers a souvenir.
A curveball that Alonso's not had a good swing at each of the last 2 hooks that he's had thrown to him.
Flaherty will try again. Misses up and away. 2-2. New York. Bottom of the third just underway. Here's Flaherty's 2-2 pitch. Just missed with a fastball away at 94. And Alonso has worked this count full. Jesse Winker on deck. Here's the 3-2. All for another walk. Boy. Ahead 2 strikes. That's the 3rd free pass issued by Jack Flaherty already.
0-2 to a walk. And again, we're not seeing swings and misses from the Mets hitters.
It bears repeating. When he was with the Tigers, Jack Flaherty pitched 106 2/3 inning, walked 19. The regular season with the Dodgers, just 55 1/3, walked 19. So the walk rate doubled after his trade. First pitch to Jesse Winker is ball 1.
Plate's the same size regardless of which league. 17 inches wide.
1 on, nobody out, bottom 3. 3-1 New York. 1-0. Up and away, ball 2. So when you work from behind from Jump Street, it's, with hitters who are clearly being more focused and patient, it just makes your job harder than it already is. I mean, playing a major league game in the postseason. 3-0. Slider downstairs.
The fastball, the slider, and the curveball. And the more pitches you get, the rest of your teammates, if you're on the offense, the rest of your teammates get a pretty good preview of what they're going to be facing when they come to home plate.
3-0 pitch. Winker takes ball 4, tosses the bat, 4-pitch walk, back-to-back free passes, 4 walks in the game. Now we're looking down to the Dodger bullpen. We see some stretching taking place. Mark Pryor will come out for a 2nd time already.
And again, 0-2, the count to Alonso very quickly.
And then the next 8 pitches.
Yeah, and then Winker never saw a strike.
Flaherty had 57 pitches in the game. No outs in the 3rd. There just showed Josh Bard calling for Anthony Banda. So the left-hander will be the first one up throwing in the bullpen. 1st and 2nd, nobody out. Starling Marte will bat. The Dodgers got one back in the top of the 2nd to get within 2. And nearly gave it right back in the bottom of the 2nd. Francisco Lindor was feet twice in the same plate appearance from a 2-run home run.
Dodgers looking for the bunt. 1st and 3rd in tightly.
Alonso on 2nd, Winker on 1st. Flaherty out of the stretch. Marte shows bunt, pulls it back, and there's a strike. A curveball just got the inside corner. Flaherty might have gotten some help there from behind home plate, but he'll certainly take it. Marte 1 for 1 with a double. The pitch, the inside nearly got him with a sinker that slipped away. 1-1. Mets playing for their season. The 1-1 pitch. Marte swings. Fair ball ripped into left field. It'll get into the corner. Alonso's going to score easily. Jesse Winker is being waved around. Teoscar Hernandez just got there. It's a 2-run double for Starling Marte. And the Mets lead 5-1.
And they're jumping all over Flaherty when he does throw strikes.
I just don't know how much longer, given how Jack has fared tonight, how much longer the Dodgers can stick with him. If they want to win tonight, how desperate will they be? How aggressive, I should say, will they be with the pitching staff? 2-run double from Marte. Teoscar was playing, shifted over in left field, so he took a long time to get to the ball in the corner. He had plenty of time for Winker to score from first. 5-1 New York. Still no outs in the third inning. First pitch swinging. Line drive, left center field. Teoscar Hernandez runs over and makes the catch with an outstretched arm. Looked like it might split Teoscar and Pages in left center. It's a line out from Tyrone Taylor. And a fortunate first out for Flaherty in the third.
Yeah, well, actually, I was a little surprised the Dodgers are still looking for the bunt off of Marte after the count went 1-1. He got a good pitch to hit. Tyrone Taylor got a terrific pitch to hit. And again, for the Mets, they haven't been fooled at all tonight.
First pitch swinging. Jeff McNeil falls behind. Foul ball, 0-1. Mets lead by 4. One tap to the left side. Edman over to his right, up and throws in time to get McNeil at first. Marte moves over to third. It's out number 2. In the number 9 spot of the order, Francisco Alvarez doubled leading off the second and was somehow stranded on the bases.
Stephen, this is the third inning. This is the 10th different at-bat with a runner in scoring position for New York.
Pitch. Strike 1. It's a good curveball from Flaherty. 0-1 on the Met backstop. Alvarez has struck out 13 times in 37 trips to the plate here in the postseason. The 0-1 from Flaherty. Alvarez, base hit, left field. Marte will come home to score. And it's 6-1 New York.
And Flaherty just keeps serving him up. And the Mets are feasting on him.
This is a slider that hung there on the inner third, and Alvarez whipped the hands in and pulled the ball in between Muncy and Edman on the left side of the infield. Lineup turns over. Here's Francisco Lindor. So the scuffling Mets, right? You have big bats who are really slumping, and every single one of them have gotten involved today. Pete Alonso, Francisco Alvarez, and Starling Marte's 2 for 2, and here's Lindor, who's 1 for 2, and you could argue he should be 2 for 2 with a home run. 1-0 as Flaherty misses the first pitch yet again. 6-1 Mets. Alvarez on first, still 2 out. Pitch. Lindor stares at a strike. Flaherty already up to 67 pitches. Bonda was up. Now nobody's throwing for the Dodgers. 1-1. Lindor pulls it down the line in right field. It'll get into the corner. Fair ball. Alvarez running. He's being waved around by Mike Sarball. Waiting on a relay. Mookie has some trouble getting it out. An RBI triple for Francisco Lindor, and the Mets are pouring it on Jack Flaherty and the Dodgers. Another hanging breaking ball. This was a curveball that Lindor smacked down the first base line all the way into the corner.
Well, it sounds like a broken record, but the Mets are just feasting on whatever it is that Flaherty's throwing tonight. The other thing, too, is that Flaherty's had a drop in velocity as well in this game.
First pitch, breaking ball, down and in, ball 1 on Brandon Nimmo. Triple and an RBI for Francisco Lindor, and now the Dodger deficit is 6. Woof. 1-0. Upstairs, ball 2. Jack just doesn't have anything tonight.
And no one one's throwing in the Dodgers pen right now either.
At this point, you're getting, because who's going to start game 6? It's probably a bullpen game, right?
Well,
so at this point, the
right
Dodgers.
now it looks like Flaherty occupies some innings, try and save some arms in the bullpen. They might need to save some legs of the outfield the way that the Mets are hitting.
2-0, Nimmo, line drive, RBI, base hit. Here comes Lindor to score. 8-1 New York.
Well, Flaherty's got nothing tonight.
Hanging slider on the outer third.
Well, it's been hanging sliders, been hanging breaking balls, fastballs down the big part of the plate, and he has been crushed. Well, they are going to motion for someone to start throwing in the Dodgers' pen.
Ball 1 to Mark Vientos. 9th Met to bat in the third. Didn't think it was going to get worse than the first inning when they sent 8 to the plate and scored 3. But it has 5 runs for the Mets here in the third, and they ain't done. Skips by Smith. Nimmo to second base. Disastrous, just disastrous. The Dodgers were talking all last night and through today about having the right mindset. 0-0, that's what the series is, not 3-1. So pass ball on Will Smith.
Yeah, Honeywell will begin to toss. I don't know why, but Honeywell was checking the pitch comm before he starts to get loose. I would imagine you want to do the other thing. Get loose and then worry about the pitch comm.
I think with an 8-1 game, it doesn't, it just, I mean, it's...
Well, now he's going to tie his shoe.
Nimmo on second, still 2 outs in the third inning. The Mets have 5 in
Here's the question. You see what's happening. How are you not prepared?
Ground ball to short. Edman has it in the glove. Can take his time. His throw across is there. But the Mets bat around in the third, score 5 runs. They lead game 5, 8-1. Yep, you heard that right. 8-1 New York.
LA's best sports star.
That's a good endorsement there.
AM 570 LA Sports.
This truck season, think about all the things you can do in a Chevy truck. You can... Or you can...
That is pounded deep out to left. The walk-off slam for Wyatt Langford.
Steps up here in the bottom of the ninth with the bases loaded and just unleashes on Clay Holmes with a game-winning walk-off grand slam home run.
A wild adventure this one was tonight.
The pitch. He struck him out. And the Kansas City Royals move on to the division series. And the Kansas City Royals, who lost 106 last year, the most ever by a team that made the playoffs the next year, not only make the playoffs, they march on. And the Baltimore Orioles have lost 10 straight postseason games in a row.
And Lindor gets under one to center field. Harris going back. It's back near the wall. And it's out of here. Linsanity again. Francisco Lindor flips the script with a 2-run homer. And the Mets go in front 8-7. Oh, wow. Oh, boy. Pitch coming here to Vientos. Cracked to right center field. Pages on the move to the track. He couldn't find it. That's because it's over the wall. Grand slam, Vientos. The Mets have responded to the game 1 haymaker with a haymaker of their own. 6-0 in the second inning. What an at-bat right there. Comes in with a fastball. We said the ball's going to travel in the day.
Charlie
heads out, began his Rockies career in center field, gonna end it the same way.
Charlie with a base hit. Gotta love it.
Make sure you get that baseball, too.
Good for Charlie. Base hit in his final at bat. I'm sure that played into Buddy's decision.
The Dodgers need base runners. Lots of them. Down by 7. 7 innings to go here in Game 5. Muncy, Smith, and Pages against Peterson. Up and in. Ball 1. So now you see how you wonder how the pitching staffs will be managed. David Peterson has been a starter for much of the year. He's already at 54 pitches. How long do they leave him in, knowing that their high leverage guys are the only relievers rested? You don't want to use high leverage when you're up 8-1. 2 balls, no strikes as Peterson misses again to Muncy.
Yeah, that ball was inside, and Muncy looked a little irritated.
The pitch. Muncy was taking all the way. Slider atop the zone, down the middle, strike 1 call. And for the Dodgers, do you let Jack Flaherty wear it further? Or do you go to the bullpen?
Honeywell's still throwing.
Ball 3, inside with the curve.
Once Honeywell got his pitch count device worked, tied his shoe.
3-1 the count on Muncy, leading off the 4th. Here's the pitch. Max swings and pulls it foul. That would have been a strike had he not swung. 3-2. Payoff from Peterson. Muncy swings, bounces it to first. Alonso charging. Peterson covering. Glove flip into a bare hand. Pete Alonso flipped it with his glove, and Peterson caught it with his bare left pitching hand. And Muncy is retired. Heck of a play on the right side of the infield. Wow.
Good beginning of this ball game for New York.
So now Will Smith. Smith flew out to right his first time up. First pitch taken high, ball 1. Fastball at 91 miles per hour.
So Flaherty in 3 innings, 75 pitches, just 41 strikes.
Peterson's next pitch to Smith.
But the strikes he threw got pounded.
Sinker down the middle, strike 1. One out, nobody on. Dodgers trail by 7. Peterson misses down and away with a sinker. 2 balls and a strike for Will. On the 2-1, Smith takes high, ball 3. So Peterson has fallen behind Muncy and Smith into 3-ball counts. Muncy couldn't reach. Ken Will. The pitch. Will takes a pitch inside, called strike 2. I mean, Bill Miller wants to go home or go back to L.A. That should have been ball 4. Instead, it's called strike 2, and now the count is full. Here's the pitch. Smith popped up. Right side, foul ground in front of the Met dugout. Alonso waving everybody off, and he makes the catch. Smith retired once again. It's been a theme this postseason. 2 gone in the 4th inning. Just late on everything right now. The timing mechanism.
Well, and that's where it is. It's the timing mechanism. But unfortunately, it's been that way off and on for the last 2 years.
Andy Pages steps in. 2 out. Base is empty. He's 1 for 1. Singled his first time up. Swings at the first pitch. Hits it well. Left field and deep. Andy Pages drops the bat and the hammer. A solo home run. It's now 8-2 New York. Andy Pages with a no-doubter. A laser to left field. The ball's been thrown back onto the field of play. Andy Pages rounding third gets the high five from Dino Ebel. Shohei Ohtani waiting behind home plate to do the same. It's now a 6-run deficit.
Well, I'm sure everyone's heard this before, but there is plenty of time to do some things.
There's jawing. There's jawing
and some words at home plate.
Francisco Alvarez did not like how Andy Pages celebrated that home run with a bat drop, and Pages shoot him away twice. So here's Ohtani with 2 out. First pitch swinging, little flare beyond the infield, left field. It's sinking fast, and it'll drop into no man's land. So Ohtani aboard with a blue base hit. He has reached all 3 times today.
Well, with that home run by Andy Pages, another trip around the diamond, stop by any one of the Daniels Jewelers locations. Say home run for your free team bracelet, along with a $50 gift card towards any purchase of $99 or more. Daniels Jewelers, own the dream.
Andy Pages with his first postseason home run. It's now 8-2 New York. Ohtani aboard, Betts at the plate. Still 2 out. Fastball upstairs and outside from Peterson, 1-0. The Met lefty at 67 pitches here with 2 outs in the 4th. Nobody throwing in the Met bullpen. Pickoff attempt. Good pick by Alonso at first. It was in the dirt, and it was dug out by Alonso, who had some trouble first couple games of the series defensively at first base. He helped his pitcher out there, and then obviously had the glove flip to start this 4th.
Yeah, the first 2 games, Alonso looked like he was lateral movement. It was like he was in the deep end of the pool.
A 1-0 pitch. Mookie takes up and away. 2 balls, no strikes, and Alvarez, the catcher, is going to walk out to the mound and give the lefty a breather. Alonso and Lindor will join him. So TV broadcast just showed what we were talking about earlier. Andy Pages and the exchange he had with Alvarez. So Pages definitely did. He flipped the bat, not like a high toss or anything super crazy, but he knew he got it. It was a no doubt home run. And as he crossed home plate, Alvarez got in his face a little bit, and Andy turned around and said, "Stop, shh."
Yeah, I think it's getting a little cheeky.
It's postseason, New York season on the line. For the Dodgers, a World Series berth on the line. Can understand the emotions. Combined with the competitiveness, it's going to happen. Peterson's pitch to Mookie is low. Ball 3. It's 8-2 New York. New York with 3 in the first, 5 in the third. Dodgers 1 in the second and 1 here in the 4th. Trying for more. Peterson's 70th pitch. Mookie was watching all the way. It's in there for a strike at the knees. 91-mile-per-hour sinker. The 29-year-old Peterson was born in Arcadia. On 3-1, Mookie swings and fouls back strike 2. Full count. The sinker on the outside corner. Lefty stares in, shakes Alvarez once. Now has the ball at the letters. The pitch. Mookie watches. Ball 4. A slider that didn't drop down low enough. Peterson thought he was going to get strike 3. Instead, it's 2 on for Teoscar Hernandez. Remember, you think back and you hope that Teo is channeling this memory too, Mo. In San Diego, the Padres jumped out huge, 6-1 on the Dodgers. Teoscar Hernandez hit a grand slam to give them life.
Hernandez calls timeout before he has one pitch thrown to him. He has not had good at-bats tonight. Really hasn't had good at-bats in the series.
2 on, 2 out. Here's the pitch. Taken outside. It was a ground ball in the first pitch from Peterson. Second and third, no outs. Fielded by Lindor. Dave Roberts actually said on the TV broadcast that he felt Ohtani had a brain cramp. He should have been coming home from third on the ground ball. Ohtani's on second, Betts on first. The 1-0. Teoscar waves at strike 1. It was a sinker at 89 in the heart of the plate.
Well, I think it was not only a bad decision by Ohtani. I think to begin with, he did not have a real good lead or secondary lead at third to begin with.
The 1-1. Teoscar swings and misses again. Sinker at 91 off the plate away. 1-2.
He's trying to pull that pitch away. He can't do it.
He's just.
You have to go up the middle and stay on the ball.
They need him to find it and find it in a hurry. 8-2 New York. 2 on, 2 out. A 1-2 pitch from Peterson. Teoscar Hernandez watches upstairs. 2-2. Teoscar came in tonight 2 for 5 with a home run against Peterson, but he's been retired twice. A 2-2 pitch. Bouncer foul, dribbling toward Dino Ebel at third base. And it didn't really even get halfway down the line. No change in the count. The deuce stays wild here in the top of the 4th. 2 out, 2 runners on, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Outside, we're full.
Back with the changeup.
Looks like Reed Garrett is swarming in the New York pen. Full count. 8-2 New York. The payoff pitch. Teoscar watches upstairs. Ball 4. Load him up for Freddie Freeman. And Carlos Mendoza will go to the bullpen. Instead of letting the lefty Peterson stay in any longer to face Peterson.
He just doesn't trust him to throw strikes.
So pitching change for New York. The Dodgers have the bases loaded. 2 outs in the top of the 4th. They trail 8-2. But a big opportunity for Freddie Freeman when we come back on the Dodgers Audio Network.
This truck season, think about all the things you can do in a Chevy truck. You can...
No runs, no hits, 1 error. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Oh, Shohei, 7 no-hit innings.
Nate Pearson, the new pitcher on the mound, is about sort of short, fielded by Swanson. He'll throw to first to get him.
8 no-hit innings. Porter Hodge on the mound.
Down to their last chance.
Grounded to short. Dansby to first. There it is.
A combined no-hitter for the Chicago Cubs.
Swing and a drive. Deep toward left. Number 2,000, a home run. Paul Goldschmidt's first career hit came in 2011 against Matt Cain. Number 1,000 against German Marquez and the Colorado Rockies 7 years ago. And tonight, July 26, 2024, number 2,000 against Kyle Finnegan. A 2-run homer. Winning run at second, 2 down. 1-2 pitch to Castellanos. Into left field. Down the line. It's a fair ball. And the Phillies have tied the series. Back to Queens. 1 apiece. Castellanos the hero.
Slider. That's a hanger. 2 strikes. You cannot make that mistake. Trying to make it too good. He hangs it. Castellanos does it right away. The Philly crowd do it right away.
Unbelievable game. One of the best games I've ever seen.
This was an instant classic.
I was glad to see Luis wanted to hit.
Yeah, I can't see him sitting out.
Is this going to
get in there? Get in there.
It will. Same where the other went the other night. 2 of them. He had a double and a triple on that same spot the other night.
And I've seen Garrett twice in this series. Inning the 3rd, game 1 and game 3. Fastball at 97.
Now Freddie, with that severely injured ankle, he doesn't have much pop. All of his hits this postseason, all 7 singles. He'll take 1 more. First pitch, high, ball 1 from Garrett.
Yeah, that's the cutter. The fastball again tops out at 97. In L.A., where he had one of his 2 appearances, the slider and the splitter.
Garrett shakes. That infield back shifted over to the right side. Freddie waiting. Garrett sets. The pitch. Freeman watches, strike one. It was a sweeper right down the middle. Ohtani on third, Betts on second, Hernandez on first. The Dodgers trailing New York by 6. Here's the 1-1. Off the plate, 98 in the fastball, tail the arm side, away from Freddie Freeman, 2-1. The sun has set, but the lights haven't been brighter for Reed Garrett or the Mets. Trying to get out of this bases-loaded jam. The 2-1 pitch. Freddie swings and cues it foul into the Dodger dugout. And somebody's scurrying down the steps to get out of the way. Now 2-2. City Field rally towels go to work. Bases loaded, 2 down. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Freddie Freeman at the plate. Trying to cut further into this New York lead. Time called. Garrett on the third base side of the mound. Stares in. And deals. Freeman spoils it, bounces it toward the New York dugout. A slider at the knees. Freddie will see one more. Another 2-2 pitch with the bases loaded. Downstairs, full count. The splitter bounced off the dirt. Freddie looks calm and stoic at the plate, waving that bat low, hovering above home plate. He brings it up. Nowhere to put him. Garrett steps off the back of the mound. Dodgers with 1 here in the 4th on Pages solo home run. It's 8-2. They have him loaded. And now a payoff pitch coming to Freddie Freeman. Taken, called, strike 3. A sweeper just got the outside corner. And Garrett roars coming off the mound, pumps his fist. Freddie Freeman strikes out with the bases loaded. The Dodgers strand 3 more. That's 8 in the first 4 innings. That's why they trail, in part why they trail 8-2.
AM 570. Cobb deals a 2-1. Soto, a high drive. Right center field. Wind beating it up. And it's going to defy the wind. A home run by Soto. And Stanton drives one deep left center. He'll watch this one fly. A booming home run, Giancarlo Stanton. 5-1 Yankees.
Tyler Fitzgerald, who's hit a home run in each of the last 4 games he's been in. Swing, and he hits a high drive deep to left field. And has he done it again? Yes, he has. Way back into the Dodger bullpen. Now that is an amazing feat. That's the 5th game in a row in which Tyler Fitzgerald has hit a home run.
Well, he gets a hanging breaking ball. You've been sitting upstairs to this guy right now. He's going to make you pay.
Walk and a single to start the inning. Runners still at first and second with 2 away. Here's a 2-1. There's a drop. It's a ball. Was there any doubt? Shohei Ohtani arrives in October with a 3-run home run. Top of his own tomahawk. He's proven to be inevitable. We saw him tear it up down the stretch. We saw him loosen the lid on his emotions, too. We saw it on that home run.
Swinging a high fly ball to deep right center. Siri back toward the track. At the wall, leaves, and got it! He caught it! Took away a homer.
What a catch in center field by Siri. Still digesting that catch made by Jose Siri out there. A home run robber, to be sure.
One of the best plays that we've seen all season long. And boy, was it a big one.
I was glad to see Luis wanted a hit.
Yeah, I can't see him sitting out.
Is this going to
get in there? Get in there.
It will. Same where the other went the other night. Two of them. He had a double and a triple on that same spot the other night. And he's got himself a double here to lead it off.
And look at his teammates. I think his teammates know as well. They want that ball. Get that ball back in. It's worth another look. Change up and away to the pull side.
Was traffic behind them, but they executed pitches, and the Mets failed with runners in scoring position. They stranded a ton of runners on. And tonight, it's the Mets coming through with runners in scoring position and executing pitches and stranding Dodgers on the bases.
It's almost as if these two teams change uniforms.
Yep. Here's Pete Alonso leading off against Brent Honeywell Jr. Alonso swings and chops it foul toward the Dodgers on deck circle. It was Alonso who led off the third. He walked and scored on the 2-run double from Marte. The Mets ultimately scored 5 runs on 4 hits in the third inning. And that one gets away from Honeywell. Alonso wears it. And so the leadoff batter aboard.
You know, this game's getting a little cheeky. You know, there was a ball inside to Muncy, and the next pitch was inside. He kind of looked back at Peterson, and Peterson evidently said something in Muncy's direction after he grounded out to first in that the 4th inning. And then Pages gets some chirping from Alvarez, the catcher, after the home run. Didn't like the manner in which he put the bat down on the ground. And now Alonso gets hit after he hit the 3-run home run in the first inning. So, yeah, this is competition right here.
Jesse Winker watches, ball went outside. It was a 93-mile-per-hour fastball that got Alonso on his front left shoulder tricep area. You don't want to start shenanigans.
Nope. Because it distracts you from what you're trying to do.
Winker swings and slices it foul in the seat. You're trying to come back from down 8-2. You know how I'm not saying this as if Honeywell meant to do that. Of course he wants to get outs. You know how you get the Mets back and their season. Don't do the chirping and the barking. Score some damn runs. That's how you do it. 1 ball, 1 strike on Winker. Alonso on first, nobody out. It's 8-2 New York. The pitch from Honeywell. Winker pulls the hands up out of the way. Looked like a good pitch from Brent with the Honeywell. A little inside on the left-handed Winker.
Yeah, that chirping reminds me of the story that I've told a few times about Ernie Banks. The great Ernie Banks asked me once, he said, "You get mad at the ball or the pitcher?" And I told him, "So finally I get mad at the ball." He said, "That's right, there's too many different pitchers. Just stay mad at the ball."
Here's the pitch. That's a good one from Honeywell. Strike 2 called. A screwball at the knees.
And he was right. I faced 502 different pitchers.
Not that you kept track.
Only the same baseball.
That's right, because they charged for those things back in the day.
Not as much as today.
That's for sure. On 2-2. Winker swings. Roped into right field by Freddie Freeman. Gets all the way to the warning track. Here comes Alonso. They're waving him around. Mookie has it off the warning track. The relay home. Kike's throw is late. RBI triple Jesse Winker. And again, the Dodgers trail by 7. So, a hit batter starting the inning comes around to score on the very next batter.
Well, the Mets is just a total different turnaround in so many different ways. They're swinging the bat tonight like it's pre-programmed and they know exactly what's coming.
Embarrassing showing for the Dodgers so far in Game 5.
Well, to this point, Dodgers have laid an egg.
Yep. So it's 9-2 Mets. Runner on third, nobody out. Starling Marte, big swing and a miss, strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Skee ball low. 1-1. It's one thing to, and again, I'm not saying the Dodgers can or won't come back here. We're still only in the 4th inning. There's a 1-1 pitch. Marte waves the strike 2. It's one thing to lose Game 5 when you're up 3-1. It's another thing to go down 8-1 and then 9-2 early. And then now whatever plans or ideal plans or hopes you had for your pitching moving forward in this series have gone out the window. Ground ball, stopped by Edman. He dives to his left. He up and throws across to get Marte. Tommy Edman with the latest defensive display with the infield a ground ball on the left side of the mound. Edman went to his left, stopped it on a dive, or on a slide rather, and fired away for the first out.
Yeah, we talked really in the pregame show about Tommy Edman. What a wonderful pickup that he has been, filling in and not only just filling in, but now starting at different spots.
The pitch taken by Taylor, called strike one.
And remember when the Dodgers made that deal for Tommy Edman, he was still on the injured list. He was recuperating, playing in some rehab games, and couldn't really report for a number of days after the deal was done.
Dodger infield remains in the 0-1. That hits Tyrone Taylor on the front left shoulder. So Brent Honeywell with the screwball has that slip out of the hands. And now you just hope that New York doesn't try for retribution. But that's probably going to be the anticipation for a number of Dodger hitters.
We're real close to something coming up and happening.
First and third, one out.
Although the rules now in baseball to try to keep players healthy, and it's understandable, it's good ruling. The umpires do not allow retribution to take place very often at all.
Jeff McNeil at the corners, and he watches strike one, a screwball in the outside corner.
Of course, the umpires also have the responsibility, it's a heavy one too, to understand intent.
Jeff McNeil batting from the left side. The 0-1 pitch. He swings and pops it in foul ground. Left field side. He gets over the net, out of play.
And as Taylor take off from first base, doubtful the Dodgers would throw through. The infield's playing back. Although Muncy, he's only maybe a couple of steps back from the grass. So see if he edges back a little bit more as the pitch comes to home.
9-2 New York. First and third, one out. Honeywell's pickoff attempt at first. No tag from Freddie.
For Taylor, his lead, he's very deep. And by deep, I'm talking about he's to the outfield side of the baseline by about 4 feet.
The 0-2. McNeil swings, hits a high fly ball, right center field, carrying back on the warning track. Pages is there, he makes the catch. Plenty deep to score Winker. Long sacrifice fly from Jeff McNeil. And the Mets have double digits. It is 10-2 New York in the bottom of the fourth inning.
And in 4 innings, we're not even all the way through the fourth inning. The Dodgers pitching with Flaherty and now with Honeywell. They've thrown a boatload, and a large boat at that, of pitches on the big part of the plate, and they've been hit hard.
I mean, lucky that stayed in the yard. Caught on the warning track. You're ahead 0-2. McNeil thought he might have got it. First pitch, lined to the left by Alvarez, who's now 3 for 3. So the badly slumping Met catcher just put a line drive underneath the glove of a diving Tommy Edman in the left field. So now it's first and second, 2 out for Francisco Lindor.
Well, the 10 runs by the Mets tonight, that's the most in a postseason game for them since the 2015 National League Division Series, Game 3 against
the Dodgers.
13-7 winning.
This series continues to be a massive disappointment in terms of competitive games. We have not seen one yet. Lindor takes a first pitch from Honeywell. Called a strike. Screwball at the knees. Dodgers trail by 8. 10-2 New York. The Mets have scored in 3 innings. They've all been crooked numbers. And they still got a chance for more here. Their MVP at the plate, first and second. The 0-1 pitch. Lindor with a big swing and a foul ball. Honeywell's ahead 0-2.
You know the other thing about the Mets tonight? They have not had a soft base hit yet.
This is the team that talked about last night. You have to believe. If Lindor said, if you don't believe, you're in the wrong place. The 0-2. Lindor hangs back and pulls one into Kike's glove at second. And he didn't know if they were going to call it an out on the lineup, but he flipped it to Freddie Freeman just in case. And so that finishes the fourth inning. But the Mets scored twice. RBI triple Jesse Winker, sacrifice fly Jeff McNeil. Dodgers behind 10-2 as we go to the fifth.
This is AM 570 LA Sports.
Hey, this is Adrian Gonzalez.
High fly ball, deep left field. Back goes Melendez. Forget about it. It's gone. In large part, this night has belonged to Giancarlo Stanton, and he gives the Yankees the lead 3-2 in the eighth.
That was the third spinning breaking ball in a row from Bubic, and Stanton measured one. Just know when he covers it, it's going to be out of the ballpark.
Flagged down by Hoskins, leads over to Payamp, save. We're tied up at 4. Vientos laces one the other way. It's a 2-run single for Vientos, and the Mets have a 6-4 lead. Browns one through the right side. That's a base hit. JD Martinez off the bench knocks in 2, and the Mets have opened up an 8-4 lead. Winning run at second, 2 down. 1-2 pitch to Castellanos. Into left field, down the line. It's a fair ball, and the Phillies have tied the series. Back to Queens, 1 apiece. Castellanos the hero.
Slider, that's a hanger. 2 strikes. You cannot make that mistake. Trying to make it too good. He hangs it. Castellanos does it right away. The Philly crowd knew it right away.
Unbelievable game. One of the best games I've ever seen.
This was an instant classic.
Charlie heads out, began his Rockies career in center field, gonna end it the same way.
Charlie with a base hit. Gotta love it.
Make sure you get that baseball, too.
Good for Charlie. Base hit in his final at bat. I'm sure that played into Buddy's decision.
Charlie Blackmon's career as a Rocky has come to an end. And here is the standing ovation yet again.
4 runs so far through 3 2/3. This ball skied into left field. That'll send Austin Hayes back. He's near the wall. He looks up. It's gone. That ball scalded to center field. Jordan crushes one to straightaway center. Chazzy Fizz followed up.
Close this one out. They head to L.A. knowing, okay, now the series is 3 games to 2. And they feel good about themselves because they're going to feel, okay, we've gotten back on track, guys. All right, let's go. Go out to L.A. and win 2 in a row.
Reed Garrett still pitching on the mound for New York. Tommy Edman batting from the left side. First pitch strike called. Kike Hernandez on deck. Who's on deck? Brought to you by On Deck. For small business lending that's fast and easy, go to OnDeck.com. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Sellout crowd on hand at Citi Field, and they've been into it from the very first inning. Well, after the Dodgers put Ohtani and Betts on second and third with nobody out, they're thinking, oh boy, here we go again. So Peterson got out of that jam without giving up the run, and then Pete Alonso's home run sent this place into a frenzy. And they have been loud and engaged ever since. The 0-2 pitch. Edman stares at ball 1. Getting late early. On the 1-2, Edman will watch a second ball bounce off the plate, roll all the way to the warning track. The 2-2 pitch coming. Called strike 3. Sweeper got the outside edge. Case struck for Reed Garrett. 1 gone in the 5th. Both starters out of the game. David Peterson pitched 3 2/3. 2 earned on 6 hits, walked 4, struck out 3, gave up the home run to Pages. Flaherty just 3 innings, 8 earned runs on 8 hits, 4 walks as well. Jack Flaherty had 31 swings against him, only 2 misses. There's a swing and a miss from Kodai Hernandez. Strike 1 for Reed Garrett on a sinker barreling down and in at 98.
And Peterson for the Mets was vulnerable. I mean, he made 79 pitches in 3 2/3.
Dodgers could not cash in. Here's the pitch. Kodai swings. It's in the air. Foul territory right side. Alonso hustling. Slides on the warning track. It bounces off the net.
Well, right from the get-go, I mean, Dodgers opened up the ball game, had 2nd and 3rd, nobody out, could not score. They left 2 on in the 1st, 2 on in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, and bases loaded in the 4th.
Nothing and 2 on Hernandez. 1 out, nobody on. The pitch. Kike 6th the bat out there. Poked foul over the net behind home plate. Kike ready for another one. Still 0-2. And that comes in and hits him. I want to see if they appeal on the swing. They say he held up, and now Kike's walking it off toward the Dodger dugout. Kike Hernandez hit it off the hands, and Met fans love that because Brent Honeywell hit 2 Dodgers the last time up. And so now Kike getting looked at. And this is, again, the thing that we feared.
It's getting a little cheeky, although Kike kind of turned into it.
He hit his inside of his right arm. So he's walking down to first.
You get hit on the underneath the right arm. You're a right-handed batter. It's because you turned into the ball.
So here's Max Muncy. One on, one out in the 5th. 10-2 New York in Game 5. Here's the pitch. Muncy watches outside, ball 1. The Mets playing with their hair on fire because their backs are against the wall and their season is on the line. The 1-0. Muncy swings, popped him up. Alvarez tosses a mass, drifting back to the warning track, and this will just squeak over the net. Bounce to the first row over the net, and it's bouncing around. Nobody wants to make a play.
Your guy didn't come back tonight.
Our foul ball bro?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who claimed one. Sitting just to our left about 30 feet.
1 on, 1 out, 1 ball, 1 strike. Muncy at the plate. The Dodgers down 10-2. The pitch. No chance for Muncy to swing at that. Cutter high and away. 2-1. Kike on first after getting hit by a pitch. 2-1 coming to Muncy. Max fouls it off his own leg, and now he's hobbled. 2-2. There really hasn't been one positive tonight. I mean, Pages with the home run, but it made it 8-2. You really can't get too jazzed about that.
Well, we've been talking really in the entire series about thoughtful at-bats, selection of pitches. We haven't really seen that tonight.
Met infield shifted over. Alonso holding Kike at first base. Everybody else playing back on the dirt. 2-2. Muncy spoils it. Just got a piece of a splitter that was diving away from Muncy. Mets with 10 runs on 10 hits in 4 offensive innings. Another 2-2. Full count as Garrett lost that sweeper out of his hand. Will Smith on deck. The pitch. Muncy pokes the bat out there and stays alive with a foul ball. 15 rows back of the Dodger dugout. Muncy hunkers down in the left-handed batter's box. Bat on the shoulder. Garrett peers in. Out of the stretch. Another 3-2. Off the plate and ball 4. So another walk drawn by the Dodgers. That's one thing that they've produced consistently in this series. Jeremy Hefner will trot out there, the pitching coach for New York.
Yeah, well, Hefner's got a lot to work on because coming into this ball game tonight, you start to talk about what the Mets were or were not able to do from a pitching standpoint. Well, they keep track of everything. In the first 4 games, Mets pitchers were forced to throw 698 pitches. That's the most in the 4-game series of the League Championship Series since 1971. So the Dodgers have had a lot of pitches in order to select from. Tonight, their selections have not been, well, as good as the first 4 games.
First and second. 1 out in the top of the 5th. The Dodgers behind New York 10-2. Will Smith to the plate. Now's a good time, Will. 25th pitch from Reed Garrett. Smith takes strike 1. It's a high cutter right at the top of the zone. Smith is 0 for 2. Flew out to right. Popped out to first.
So the Mets pitchers already in this game have thrown over 100 pitches.
The 0-1. Smith checks his swing on a breaking ball away. Held up fine. An even count. Will Smith batting 8th for the first time since the division series in the 2021 postseason. Struggles necessitated a move. He's dropped down in the order. Now the 1-1 pitch. 2-on-1 out. Swing popped up right side, foul territory. Alvarez and Alonso after it, but it will drift into the seats foul. 1-2. Will Smith might have been one of the first player here today. He was out doing a ton of early work in the cage on the field. Again, it's not for lack of effort for him to try and pull himself out of this offensive slump. But he's certainly in one. 3 for 18 in the series. 2-on-1 out. A 1-2 pitch from Garrett. Smith swings, hits it in the air center field. Charging in is Taylor. Hat comes flying off as he makes the catch in very shallow straightaway center. So the struggles continue for Will. Andy Paja is probably going to get some boos.
Well, and does he get anything chirping from Alvarez, the catcher?
Not yet.
Doesn't appear to be that way.
They haven't looked at each other yet. 2 on, 2 out. Dodgers down 10-2 in the top of the 5th. Paja's homered his last time up. He's 2 for 2. Garrett jumps ahead, 98, the 4-seam fastball, strike 1 called. Of course, that home run was against the left-handed Peterson, now facing a righty in Garrett. Garrett looks back at second, comes home. Pajes starts his stride, holds his swing. It's a sweeper upstairs, 1-1. Shohei Ohtani on deck. Dodgers in danger of stranding 2 more on base here. Already 8 left on the first 4 innings. Garrett delivers. Pages swings, hits a high fly ball left field and deep. Pages tosses the bat again. It's at the wall and it's gone. His second home run here in Game 5. And now it's 10-5. So Andy Pages 3 for 3. Thanks to his first 2 postseason home runs of his young career. He comes home. Alvarez stares at him. No words exchanged. Only high fives.
And with that trip around the diamond, you can stop by any one of the Daniels Jewelers locations and say home run for your free team bracelet, along with a $50 gift card towards any purchase of $99 or more. Daniels Jewelers, own the dream.
So Andy Pages with a knockout punch of Reed Garrett, who threw 31 pitches. Just gave up, a 2-out, 3-run home run for Andy Pages. 10-5 New York. Shohei Ohtani coming up when we come back.
Betts to the bases loaded. Pulls one by third and down the line. Floodgates opening. Hernandez in to score. Kiermaier in to score. Ohtani's coming in as well. Betts has unloaded the bases. And a Game 1 party in L.A. That basketball run you were talking about? Yeah. 23-0. Yeah, that's hard to fathom.
Here's Alonso now. Lindor at third, Nimmo at first. The pitch. Swing and a ball drilled. Right field. Freeling back at the wall. Out of here! It's out of here! Alonso an opposite field home run. And the Mets have the lead. Pete Alonso, the polar bear, takes Devin Williams deep. And here in the ninth, the comeback kids have done it again.
Fly ball to right field, sending Fernando back towards the wall. He leaps and makes the catch. Fernando made the grab and right. Why? Because he is Fernando. Time the lead brings it down. Says no.
Get ready for another bobblehead. That's a platinum glove at work. A good old-fashioned snatch it back.
Bennett drive-through oil change with locations throughout Southern California. Andy Pages just hit his second home run of the night. A 3-run blast off Reed Garrett, so it's 10-5 New York. So Carlos Mendoza goes to one of his rested high-leverage guys, Ryan Stanek, the right-hander, against Shohei Ohtani. First pitch swung on and fouled back.
High-velocity guy. That's first pitch at 98. Dodgers saw him in Game 2 in Los Angeles. He came in and worked an inning and a third. 98 fastball up to 99 and the splitter to go with it.
It's ahead of Ohtani, 0-1. The pitch. Ohtani late on it again. Fouls it in the seats on the left side. There's a high split finger from Stanek. Quickly 0-2. Shohei is granted time. Base is empty, 2 down. Stanek's 0-2 pitch. Ohtani watches way high. Ball 1, 98 from Stanek. Ohtani is just 1 for 7 against Stanek. He He swings and fouls one away again, now shaking out his left hand. This ball lands about 7 rows up from the Dodger dugout and then takes a huge hop even further up. (10-5) Mets. Dodgers with 3 runs here in the 5th. Still 1-2 on Ohtani. Who holds up on a pitch outside. 2-2. Imagine if the Dodgers didn't fall down 8-1, what this scoreboard would look like. That's not how it works, though. The 2-2 pitch. Ohtani strikes out swinging. Stanek blew 98 by him, kicked his leg high in the air on the mound to celebrate. Signals to loved ones in the stands. An inning-ending K for Stanek and the Mets. The Dodgers with a 3-run home run from Andy Pages. It's now 10-5 New York, halfway home in Game 5.
Matt Money Smith here, talking Galpin Mazda. You need an SUV, you know Mazda is what you're looking for.
Charlie heads out, began his Rockies career in center field, gonna end it the same way. Charlie with a base hit, gotta love it.
Make sure you get that baseball too.
Good for Charlie. Base hit in his final at bat. I'm sure that played into Buddy's decision.
Charlie Blackmon's career as a Rocky has come to an end. And here is the standing ovation yet again. Deals a 2-1. Soto, a high drive, right center field. Wind beating it up, and it's going to defy the wind. A home run by Soto. And Stanton drives one deep left center. He'll watch this one fly. A booming home run, Giancarlo Stanton. 5-1 Yankees.
Find out if that went into the water.
Because if it did, there's never been a right-handed hitter that has done it since this ballpark opened its doors in 2000. And they're telling us in the truck that he indeed did have a splash hit. And that is the first one ever by a right-handed hitter.
3-2 Tigers lead. And Fry in the air, deep left field. This is back, this is up, and gone! David Fry, a 2-run smash. The Guardians have the lead. Shows bunt, gets it down, squeezes on, and safe. You hit a home run in one at-bat, and then a squeeze bunt to give you a 5-3 lead for David Fry. Swing and a miss, strike 3. It was 105.5 miles an hour.
No way! 105.5!
I can't believe my eyes.
Again, we talked about first 4 innings. They stranded 8 runners.
First pitch, Brandon Nimmo swings and slices it in the air. Foul ground, third base side. Muncy drifts over. On the very edge of the grass, he makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out for Brent Honeywell in the 5th.
Steven, I think the philosophy really right now of the Dodgers has to be, look, if we can put up some goose eggs on the board against the Mets, they've just pounded the ball all night in the first 4 innings. This game is still not out of hand. Oh, they missed some opportunities. That first inning we talked about left the bases loaded in the 4th inning.
Mark Vientos, the batter. 1 out, nobody on. First pitch from Honeywell. Barrels inside, ball 1. Problem is, goose eggs have been nearly impossible to come by for the Dodgers. I mean, the 4 innings at the plate, the Mets have scored in 3 of them.
Well, yeah, they have swung the bats exceptionally well tonight. They've had some good pitches to hit, too.
The pitch. Vientos pops it up, shallow center. Kike drifts back from second. Pages charging in from center field. He calls Kike off and makes the catch.
Well, your Dodgers, yep, they're in the postseason again. And now's your chance to experience the thrill of October baseball live. So secure your postseason tickets at Dodgers.com/postseason.
Pete Alonso, he really set the tone. I think you could say that for New York tonight. 3-run home run off Jack Flaherty at the bottom of the first inning. 3-0 New York lead. Off the hop, crowd into it. Kike Hernandez, Max Muncy at third. What a play at third by Max Muncy. A hard hit ground ball to Muncy's left. Hit the deck, spun around, and fired a strike to Freddie Freeman. Quick inning from Brent Honeywell. Retiring the Mets in order. All right, Mo, a 1-2-3 fifth inning. Let's go to the sixth. Still 10-5 New York.
This is
And the Royals season now comes down to Yuli Gurriel. In the air to center field. Judge has it lined up, and the Yankees are on their way to the LCS. The Royals gave them a good battle. All 4 games were close. But the Yankees, who didn't make the postseason last year, a rarity, now advance to the LCS.
Maybe that swing. Drives it in the air, deep left center. Judge leaping, and he made the catch! Oh, Aaron Judge, what a play! He does it all, and there's the double play! Send him to Monument Park now!
What a double play by the Yankee defense, and what a catch by the captain! What a way to end the inning!
Had a career high in RBIs this year, 144 ribbies, led the majors. Sends one high and deep to center field. Did he get it? Back on it is Thomas. He's at the wall. He got it. It's a 2-run home run. Aaron Judge finally connects his first home run of this postseason. And he makes it 6-2 Yankees.
High fly ball, deep left field. Back goes Melendez. Forget about it. It's gone. In large part, this night has belonged to Giancarlo Stanton, and he gives the Yankees the lead, 3-2 in the 8th.
That was the 3rd spinning breaking ball in a row from Bubic, and Stanton measured one. Just know when he covers it, it's going to be out of the ballpark.
Tigers lead. And Fry in the air, deep left field. This is back, this is up, and gone! David Fry, a 2-run smash. The Guardians have the lead.
Plate appearances. Starting the 6th, trying to chip further away at this big New York lead. It was 10-2, but a 3-run home run from Pajes in the 5th. Dodgers have a little life. Mookie with a swing and a foul ball. 97 on a fastball right down the middle. Oof. That's the kind of pitch you want to do damage against when you have Stanek on the mound.
Right now, the theme song is Base Runners.
Yep. Stanek streamed first base side of the mound. Mookie Betts hits it hard left field, pushing Nimmo back, and he turns around, and Mookie Betts with a bomb. A leadoff home run for Mookie in the 6th, and the Dodgers are within 4.
Now you start to look back at, opportunities that were squandered, including back in the 1st inning. For some reason, Ohtani did not take off from 3rd with the infield back. That cost a run. And all the runners have been left on base, but they keep closing the gap. And with that trip around the diamond, you stop by Daniel's Jewelers. They're going to be busy. Just say home run for your free team bracelet and a $50 gift card towards any purchase of $99 or more. Daniel's Jewelers, own the dream.
Teoscar Hernandez swings and misses, strike 1. But Mookie Betts with his 4th home run of the postseason, 2nd in as many nights. 3rd home run of the game for the Dodgers. It's now 10-6. The pitch. Teoscar takes ball 1 down and in. Fastball at 97, just missed inside.
The Dodgers get back on track. This game's not out of hand. They've got to close the door against the Mets offensively, however.
The pitch. Hernandez waves at strike two. I mean, goodness gracious. It's like there's a hole in the bat for Teo right now, Mo. It's stunning.
The swing's getting really big, really long, and he's having trouble catching up with not even upper echelon fastballs. I mean, just the mediocre fastballs. And then, we've talked so many times, his vulnerability has been sliders away.
Behind 1-2. Stanek comes home. Off the plate away. 2-2.
It's at 99.
Velocity has never been the issue for Stanek.
Nope.
2-2 pitch. Hernandez strikes out swinging. 98 on the four-seam fastball at the knees. Second K of the night for Teoscar, who remains hitless in the National League Championship Series. A stunning LCS for one of the Dodgers' MVPs this year. He is lost. That's a first out for Stanek in the sixth. Here's Freddie Freeman. First pitch swinging and missing, strike one. Mookie led off the sixth with a home run, so it's 10-6 Dodgers. As they say in Queens, you gotta believe. I know they're talking about their Mets, but if you're a Dodger fan, do you believe? Freddie swings and misses again, quickly 0-2. Stanek peers in. At the belly button, now the 0-2 pitch is high. Against Stanek, Freddie Freeman 2 for 6 with 2 walks. Those 2 hits, both home runs, but Freddie not close to 100%. And Stanek struck him out, just pumped 97 by him. And Freddie's obviously not right. His second strikeout of the game. Back-to-back Ks for Stanek, 2 gone in the sixth. 8 punch-outs in the game for the Dodgers. Again, that's just another aspect of the role reversal, the flipping of the script that we've discussed several times already tonight. These two teams after the last 2 nights. Tommy Edman holds off on a high fastball, 1-0. Mets 10, Dodgers 6. LA has scored in 3 consecutive innings. The 1-0. Edman swings. It's a fly ball to center field. No problems for Taylor. He's waiting on it. Makes the catch. Stanek smacks his glove coming off the mound, walking across the chalk. The inning started positively for the Dodgers. Mookie Betts turned on a fastball from Ryan Stanek and sent it out to left field in a hurry. A solo shot cuts into the deficit. It's now
hits it deep to right center. Harris is back. He reaches up. Oh, my! He brought it back. What a grab by Michael Harris to keep it 2-0.
You see the angle he's going about it. It looks like he's got it trapped, and he gets right to that position and launches himself over the fence. He's like, really?
There goes Ohtani. Pitches in the dirt. Ohtani's stolen second. 43rd for Ohtani. Driven the other way. Gurriel to the trap. Gurriel to the wall. It's gone! Shohei with another shot. His 43rd. One of each tonight. Make it 43 and 43 in his hunt for history.
That one is blasted deep to right field, and the Phillies get this road trip off on a good note. It's his 12th leadoff home run of the year. Oh, man, he drills one to deep right field, and that one is gone. his second home run of the game. And a high fly ball to deep right field. They've come all the way back. Kyle Schwarber's third home run of the night. Unbelievable.
You talk about making a statement.
Lawrence Butler time. He gets a hold of one early, and this ball's gonna fly on out. The growth he's seen over Butler. This one hit hard towards center field, and right on cue, Lawrence Butler adds another. Including his last save opportunity. That ball is belted. Lawrence Butler does it again.
Ballpark right now is getting runners on and keep the line moving.
Hurry into your Southern California Chevy dealers today and find a great offer on your next vehicle. Go to SoCalChevy.com for more information. Brent Honeywell needed just 4 pitches to get through the 5th. Now into the 6th. It's Winker, Marte, Taylor, 5, 6, and 7. First pitch. Ball 1 to the Mets DH. Back in the starting lineup. Sat the last 2 nights in favor of J.D. Martinez. It had Met fans up in arms. Comes back in. He has a walk and an RBI triple. He's in front. 2 balls, no strikes. Baker has also scored twice. Coming home on a sac fly from McNeil. Swinging a foul ball back. 2-1. Pitch, big swing, big miss. 94 fastball up and in. Good pitch from Brent Honeywell Jr. Well, the big arms left in the bullpen for New York. Unless they try and run Stanek out there again. The only high leverage one yet left is Edwin Diaz. Winker with another swing and a foul ball. Count remains 2-2. They have Phil Maton, who pitched last night. Maton, though, threw 29 pitches. Not a high velo guy, and someone that they have run out there, especially down the stretch, in consecutive days for heavy workloads. Here's the 2-2. And that got the foot of Jesse Winker. It's the 3rd batter that Honeywell has hit, and it comes with 2 strikes. Just tough. Leadoff batter on in the 6th inning.
Those things you mentioned, Diaz, he's not been automatic when he's taken the mound either.
But the Dodgers have to put up more zeros to make sure that they get within striking distance.
You're not going to get there if you're hitting batters.
With 2 strikes especially. Now Marte. First pitch heater off the plate, but called strike 1. Honeywell will take the gift. They're on Bill Miller behind home plate. Marte's 2 for 3, 2 doubles, 2 RBIs, and a run scored. He's batting .275 in this postseason. The pitch. Swing, line, into the left center field gap. It'll get down. Hernandez just cuts it off, spins and fires, but Marte's going to have another double and make it 2nd and 3rd. This is the problem. I mean, you put the leadoff batter on by hitting him, just like they did Alonso in the 4th inning, and now it's 2nd and 3rd, nobody out. You just got to within 4. But Dave Roberts and the Dodgers opting to keep Brent Honeywell Jr. in there.
There's no one throwing in the bullpen.
Nope. And look, on the heels of a 4-pitch inning, I suppose I understand, and you're trying to stay away from higher leverage guys.
Well, in the 6th inning, a four-run game is doable.
2 in scoring position, no outs. Tyrone Taylor, the batter. Torrance native has the infield drawn in. Honeywell misses down and away, ball 1. This would it would be a backbreaker.
Well, in this series, the Mets came into tonight with 29 at-bats with runners in scoring position, only 4 hits. Well, this is their 15th at-bat tonight with a runner in scoring position.
Starling Marte with his 3rd double of the night, 2nd and 3rd. Taylor swings, popped up, shallow center field. Pages charging, and he's there in right center to make the catch. No runners can move. Now Jeff McNeil, who had a sac fly his last time up, Mo, but he did miss a
3-run home run by much.
Not at all. Well, for Brent Honeywell, the first pitcher with 3 hit batters in a postseason game since Lance McCullers Jr. hit 4 in 2017, Game 7 against the Dodgers.
Infield stays in. Second and third one out. McNeil swings and misses. Strike one. McNeil fractured his wrist the first week of September. Didn't know if his season would be over because of this stunning, lengthy postseason run for the Mets. He was activated for the LCS. 0 for 3 as a pinch hitter. Got his first start tonight. 0-1. Fouled back. 2 strikes.
McNeil played back-to-back games right before getting a call up being activated. Went 7 innings in both of those contests.
Second and third one out. Mets 10, Dodgers 6. Honeywell's 0-2 pitch to McNeil. Swung on, poke foul on the left side. Gets over the net beyond the Dodger dugout.
McNeil's one of those hand-eye coordination guys that, slaps, gets the ball over the place.
Chokes up.
Yep. And you look at his bat, you have a difficult time determining which end is the barrel, which end is the handle. There's no knob on his bat, and it's a very thick-handled bat.
Infield still in and shifted over to the right side. Another 0-2 pitch. McNeil drives it to center field. Pages is waiting, setting up. He makes the catch. Winker tagging from third. Here's the throw home. It is high and late. Another sacrifice fly for McNeil. The Mets turn this game up to 11. So it's 11-6.
That's why McNeil is in there. He's a contact guy.
So hitting the leadoff man with 2 strikes bites Honeywell and the Dodgers, and they give Mookie Betts home run right back. Now Marte's on third. 2 down for Francisco Alvarez, the catcher and the number 9 hitter. Just a wildly frustrating night for the Dodger pitchers, Jack Flaherty and Brent Honeywell.
Well, if you think the pitchers are frustrated, ask the outfielders. They've been chasing mistakes down all night.
The pitch, Alvarez swings and misses, 0-1. Alvarez came into this game 2 for 10 in the series with 4 strikeouts. He is 3 for 3. So as many hits tonight as he had the first 4 games combined, or more than he had in the first 4 games combined, excuse me. Marte on third, 2 outs. Dodger infield back. The 0-1. Hit in the air, right field. Mookie Betts on the run. It is slicing toward the foul pole, and it drifts foul. Did not have the distance for a home run. So it's a long second strike.
Sorry, Marte has enjoyed it. They've gone to the record books. Wayne McDonald found it. Marte, the first Mets player ever with 3 doubles in a postseason game.
Taking time, Alvarez steps back in, batting from the right side. Honeywell has 2 strikes on him. The pitch. Foul over the screen behind home plate. Alvarez stays alive. So he came around and got him on the follow-through. He checks on Will Smith, his fellow catcher. Says, sorry about that. Will gets down into the crouch. Still 0-2. Dodgers trailing by 5 once again. Another 0-2 pitch. On the ground to short. Picked up by Edman. Throws across. Alvarez retired. But a second sacrifice fly from McNeil tonight. The Mets get 1 right back. So it's 11-6. Game 5 going to the 7th.
AM 570.
LA's best sports talk.
The real home.
high fly ball to deep right center. Siri back toward the track. At the wall, leaves, and got it! He caught it! Took away a homer.
What a catch in center field by Siri. Still digesting that catch made by Jose Siri out there. A home run robber, to be sure.
One of the best plays that we've seen all season long. And boy, was it a big one.
And a 1-2 to Vientos. Is into left field. Down for a base hit. Here comes Bader. He'll score the tying run. Nimmo the other way, and the Mets will take the lead in the 8th. Lindor scores. Alonso adds with a sac fly. Martinez off the bench with an RBI single to extend the New York lead. He sends one in the air, left center field. That will score Iglesias, and a 5-run 8th inning.
There's a fly ball to right. And that is going to be way gone. Churio sends one out of here to make it 3-0. Jackson Churio with serious opposite field pop. Number 20 for the 20-year-old.
Youngest player in MLB history to record 20-plus homers, 20-plus stolen bases.
It's incredible.
That is pounded deep out to left. The walk-off slam for Wyatt Langford.
Steps up here in the bottom of the ninth with the bases loaded and just unleashes on Clay Holmes with a game-winning walk-off grand slam home run.
A wild adventure this one was tonight.
Oh my goodness! Big Christmas has tied it! John Kenzie Noel, the biggest swing of his life! Fry, deep drive, left field, Fry's watching, it is a walk-off home run! David Fry lights up the Cleveland night!
Through 4 postseason games.
Ryan Stanek back out there. First pitch, yanks a fastball away from Kodai Hernandez. Ball 1. The Dodgers offense, the 6th inning or later this series, batting .284 with 7 extra base hits, 5 home runs. They have scored 17 runs with 15 walks and hit by pitch. So they need that late inning offensive magic once again. Stanek gets strike 1 to even the count. The pitch, way outside, gets by Alvarez and all the way to the backstop.
Well, it also looks, Stephen, as if Dave Roberts has decided, the Dodgers have decided, look, we're going to take our lumps tonight, and they're trying to save the bullpen. I believe Honeywell in there, he's hit 3, he's given up 3.
The pitch, Kike turns and lifts a fly ball to shallow left. Lindor backing up from short makes the catch. Number 1 in the 7th inning. Here's Max Muncy. Swing and a foul ball back. Straight back into the net. It ricochets halfway between home plate and the mound, in fact.
And that's a couple of right-handers throwing right now in their bullpen.
Stanek misses. One ball, 1 strike. Mets 11, Dodgers 6. Bases empty, 1 gone, top of the 7th. Stanek with his 25th pitch of the night. Muncy hits it high in the air, foul territory. First base side, Alvarez, the catcher, and Alonso will watch it drift into the seats.
Well, we talked earlier about Edwin Diaz. He's one of the 2. Phil Maton is the other one, getting ready in the Mets bullpen. Diaz has not thrown for a number of days, and they need to get him in there at some point in this game.
There's a big overhang in front of our booth, so any ball that's hit in the air here at Citi Field, you really don't have an idea of where it's going. So the way that the Met infield drifted over there, it looked like, oh, they may have a chance to make a play, but that was into the seats. And a 1-2 pitch. Muncy strikes out swinging.
As Stanek slipped and fell down in the follow-through, making that pitch.
He signals to the dugout he's okay. His infielders are walking toward him as well. Got the first 2 outs of the 7th. Wow. The Dodgers are pinch hitting for Will Smith. It's Gavin Lux.
Well, get Smith out of there, let him cool his heels, and get Austin Barnes in there behind the plate. Finish out the game.
Here's the pitch. Lux checks up on a fastball upstairs at 98, 1-0. Lux pinch hitting for Smith here with 2 outs and nobody on in the 7th. Stanek comes back with a fastball at 96 on the outer third to level the count.
Well, you figure, okay, let's go to lefty up there. The guy on deck, Pages, is 3 for 3 with 2 home runs.
The pitch. Lux swings through strike 2. But the way Will Smith has been swinging the bat, let's say not swinging the bat, sort of understand that combined with the scoreboard. Smith is 0 for 3 tonight, 3 for 19 in the series. 1-2 pitch on the way. Gavin Lux swings and hits it high in the air, popped up on the infield. McNeil waving everybody off at second base. It's a 1-2-3-7 for Ryan Stanek. 11-6 New York. Let's stretch.
LA's best sports star.
That's a good endorsement there.
AM 570 LA Sports.
Medicare beneficiaries need help choosing the right health plan during.
There's a towering drive down the line. Ohtani's broken through. It is gone. A majestic home run into the second deck. 7-0 LA. Guys on base, good things happen for Shohei Ohtani.
That thing went a long way. That went a long way and didn't hook enough to even have a chance to go foul.
3-2. Ramirez on the ground. That's fair. Kwan is in. Naylor rolls one through. A base hit. Coming in to score is Fried. And he's got 2 of them right here as Lane Thomas turns on one. Deep into left. There she goes. Lane Thomas, a 3-run blast. 5-0 Cleveland before there is an out recorded in this game.
High fly ball, deep left field. Back goes Melendez. Forget about it. It's gone. In large part, this night has belonged to Giancarlo Stanton, and he gives the Yankees the lead 3-2 in the 8th.
That was the 3rd spinning breaking ball in a row from Bubic, and Stanton measured one. Just know when he covers it, it's going to be out of the ballpark.
There goes Ohtani. Pitches in the dirt. Ohtani's stolen second. 43rd for Ohtani. Driven the other way. Gurriel on the track. Gurriel to the wall. It's gone! Shohei with another shot. His 43rd. One of each tonight. Make it 43 and 43. It is hunt for history.
Bases loaded. Lane Thomas loves the first pitch. Thomas swings, hits a high fly ball deep into left field. It is up. It is going to be a grand slam. Lane Thomas. What a moment. What a swing.
Look at that. You want to talk about a midseason acquisition, BA, putting your team on his back.
Order at the plate. Honeywell still pitching. His first one to Lindor. Tails away, ball 1.
Well, they're going to save as much of the bullpen as possible.
Lindor is 2 for 4 tonight. Here's the pitch from Honeywell. And it's a fastball at 92, but outside. 2-0. The Dodgers going to leave it up to their offense if they're to come back in this one. 2-0 pitch. 3 balls, no strikes. Just every time it looked like the Dodgers are going to give their pitcher some help. 3-0. It's a 4-pitch walk to open the 7th. This is a 4th inning of work for Honeywell to start. He's put the leadoff man on in 3 of them.
No one moving in the Dodgers bullpen.
Brandon Nimmo with Lindor dancing. The pickoff attempt. Gonna get him. Lindor was trying to mess with Honeywell. And Honeywell turned and fired to Freddie Freeman, who put the tag on the Mets leader. And just like that, the base is once again clear. Yeah, that was very odd and unnecessary, it would seem.
Yeah, well, Lindor was playing around, and he got played.
Yikes. That's just brutal from their MVP candidate.
Yep.
Strike 1 to Brandon Nimmo. Again, you're applying more pressure just by drawing a leadoff walk. You're Francisco Lindor. You don't need to do that, all that junk on first.
Exactly.
Nimmo hangs back and rolls over to first. Freddie has it on the backhand. Underhand toss to Honeywell. Steps on the bag gently for out number 2.
Sometimes we use the term non-competitive pitch. That was a non-competitive base running right there. You want to try and show off? Okay, you got caught.
And you want to do one shuffle move and see if he'll buy it or whatever. I get it, but that was just way too much.
Trying to be cute.
End up looking silly. Bases empty, 2 down. Here's Vientos. First pitch tapped off the very end of the bat, foul. Strike 1.
Dodgers aren't through with this season, but think ahead. 25 Dodger memberships are on sale right now. Become a member, get access to all postseason games, preferred pricing, includes opening day, member events, a whole lot more. Check it out, Dodgers.com/memberships.
In the air to center. Pages runs in and makes the catch. Ends up being a quick 7th inning for Brent Honeywell despite a leadoff walk, a pickoff attempt, and a ground ball to first, and an early fly ball to center field. We go to the 8th inning. The Dodgers have 6 outs.
Now it's up to Carlos Estevez. He gave up an RBI double to Lindor in the last game. Lindor towards right center field. This one is back. It is gone! Grand slam! And Lindor puts the Mets on top. The biggest swing of the season for New York. Mets fans erupted with that monster swing from Francisco Lindor. The biggest swing in a New York Met uniform for Lindor.
Big Christmas has tied it. John Kinsey Noel, the biggest swing of his life. Fry, deep drive, left field. Fry's watching. It is a walk-off home run. David Fry lights up the Cleveland night.
Degrees, crystal clear skies. We start the bottom of the 1st.
And a high fly ball to deep right center field. The Phillies have the lead. And Kyle Schwarber has the Major League season record for leadoff home runs. He now has 14. It is 1-0 Phillies.
What else can you say? The man is just absolutely incredible.
Strike 3. It was 105.5 miles
105.5.
I can't believe my eyes.
No, that's not even on the FM dial.
That was unreal.
I don't know if I want to high five him. He might not be rated the next week.
Well, light your hand on fire. At least. A 105.5 punch out Tommy Edman.
Winning run at second, 2 down. 1-2 pitch to Castellanos. Into left field, down the line. It's a fair ball, and the Phillies have tied the series. Back to Queens.
For 3 with 2 home runs, followed by Shohei Ohtani and Mookie Betts. The Dodgers trail 11-6. Mo, it ain't over, but they're running out of outs.
Yep, and the Dodgers are a frustrating night. They have not helped themselves, and they have handed opportunities to New York, and the Mets, to their credit, they've taken advantage of it. They reached out and took a strong hold on it.
Edwin Diaz closed out Game 2, the Mets' lone win. He starts his outing in Game 5 with 96 on a fastball, called strike 1 on Andy Pages on the inside corner. Here's the pitch. Pages watches upstairs. Diaz pitched an inning and a third in Game 2 at Dodger Stadium. Gave up just 1 hit and a walk, but struck out 3 and no runs. Here's the pitch. Pages stares at a pitch that looked off the plate away, but called strike 2, a fastball at 95. Pages will take time, readjust his front left elbow guard. A warm-up swing, now plants his right foot at the back edge of the right-handed batter's box. He's behind 1-2, leading off the top of the 8th. And then he takes one the other way to slicing foul into the net on the right side. Top of the 8th, brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa, the MVP for fun, food, and good times. Less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Morongo, good times. The 1-2 pitch. Bends Pages back. 97 up and in. Square count, 2-2. Dodgers trying to chip away, at the very least, make him throw a bunch of pitches. And Pages chased one. That was assuredly ball 3. But Diaz, with that trademark slider, got a swing and a miss and out number 1 in the 8th.
Slider down in the dirt.
10th strikeout for the Dodgers tonight. Said it before, we'll say it again. It's been a role reversal tonight compared to the last 2 games here at Citi Field. Fastball up and away, ball 1 to Shohei Ohtani. He struck out his last time up in the 5th, but before that, a pair of singles and a walk. A 1-0. Ohtani checks his swing. High fastball at 98. Called strike 1. A 1-1 pitch. Ohtani swings through. Strike 2. 97 by him. Time granted for Shohei. Sellout crowd at Citi Field. 43,841. Unlike the last 2 nights, they've stuck around to the late innings. Their team leads 11-6, trying to keep their season alive and send the series back to LA. The 1-2, strike 3 swinging, high fastball at 99. Shohei down on strikes for a second time, 2 out. So it looks like the Dodgers are getting good Edwin Diaz in this championship series, Mo.
Well, and where Diaz has had a difficulty is with close games of recent times.
First pitch strike to Mookie Betts. 99 upstairs by 6 inches, but Bill Miller gave him strike 1. Diaz working quickly. The 0-1. Mookie checks up. That pitch in the same place called a ball, so go figure. 1-1. Mookie's 2 for 3. A double, a walk, and a solo homer. 1-1 pitch. Leaves the bat on the shoulders again. It's a yanked fastball at 97. 2 balls, 1 strike. Home run made it 10-6 with 4 runs. That feels, I know it's only 1 run, but it feels more doable than 11-6. Diaz goes to a slider right in the heart of the plate. Taken by Betts for a second strike. It's 2-2. Diaz ready. And Mookie off the end of the bat, beyond the glove of Diaz, but picked up at second by McNeil. And his throw over to first beats Betts down the line. It's a 1-2-3 8th inning for Edwin Diaz, who gets through the scariest part of the Dodger lineup, getting Pages, tonight anyway, Pages, Ohtani, and Betts in order.
This is AM 570 LA Sports.
Hi, it's Hannah, and welcome to the Hannah Cast. Today...
Glad to see Luis wanted to hit.
Yeah, I can't see him sitting out.
Is this going to
Get in there. Get in there.
It will. Same where the other went the other night. Two of them. He had a double and a triple on that same spot the other night. And he's got himself a double here to lead it off.
And look at his teammates. I think his teammates know as well. They want that ball. Get that ball back in. It's worth another look. Change up and away to the pull side.
That one is blasted deep to right field, and the Phillies get this road trip off on a good note. It's his 12th leadoff home run of the year. Oh, man, he drills one to deep right field, and that one is gone. His second home run of the game, and a high fly ball to deep right field. They've come all the way back. Kyle Schwarber's third home run of the night. Unbelievable.
You talk about making a statement.
With a bullet down the left field line. That's going to scoop by Nimmo. Taylor's in to score. Ohtani's headed for home. 2-run double Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts sends a high fly ball to deep left field. Nimmo's going back at the wall. It's gone. Mookie Betts goes deep. The Dodgers have broken it open.
Had a career high in RBIs this year, 144 ribbies, led the majors.
Sends one high and deep to center field. Did he get it? Back on it is Thomas. He's at the wall. He got it. It's a 2-run home run. Aaron Judge finally connects his first home run of this postseason. And he makes it 6-2 Yankees.
Said it come home, but Teo, and they get nobody home, and then Alonso's 3-run home run. The Mets are off and running. It's Alonso leading off the 8th, taking a pitch from Honeywell.
I'd like to know what that conversation was with Dino Ebel and Shohei Ohtani in that first inning. Normally, you're going to be told, hey, the infield's playing back. Yeah. You're going, except everything hit back to the pitcher or maybe a third baseman.
Alonso waves at a strike, even count for Honeywell.
Yeah. The ball was hit to the shortstop, and Ohtani, no effort to come home. He didn't have a good secondary lead either from third.
The 1-1 pitch. Alonso swings, little flare, shallow center field. It's trouble. It'll get down. Shohei Hernandez gave it a good look, but couldn't reel it in. So a bloop base hit for Alonso leading off the 8th inning.
Well, that's a good way to put a bat out of commission. It gets broken. A little blooper. He was jammed. And another leadoff hitter getting on base for New York tonight.
4 and 5 innings for Honeywell. And look, honestly, you have to tip your cap to Brent Honeywell at this point. He helped keep them in it in Game 2, and he's done his best here. This is his 5th inning of work in Game 5. First pitch to Winker, down and in, ball 1.
There's a couple of good spots. I mean, you look at Betts, continues to swing the bat, home run and a double. He's walked also. Pa has 3 hits, a couple of home runs. Other than that, it's been, well, very scarce for the Dodgers offensively.
Jesse Winker swings through a fastball at 93, 1 ball, 1 strike.
It's never good when you leave 8 runners on base through the first 4 innings, and that's exactly what happened, including leading the bases loaded in the 4th.
Jesse Winker has reached twice and scored all 3 times in 4 trips to the plate. The 1-1. Off the plate, 2 balls and a strike. I just don't see at this point, and given what we watched from J.D. Martinez the last 2 nights and then what we've seen from Winker when he's been in there, how you can make any of the decision than have Winker as your DH.
It's night and day.
It's not even close. 1 on, nobody out, bottom 8, 11-6 New York. Winker calls for time. Winker had an RBI triple off Honeywell in the 4th after Alonso was hit by a pitch. And then Winker, leading off the 6th, was hit by a pitch and came home to score on a McNeil sac fly. Honeywell's 2-1. Winker watches a second strike. Fastball at 92. The Dodger right-hander out of the stretch. 2-2 pitch fouled away. Alonso on first. No outs in the 8th. Honeywell will try again. Another 2-2. Just missed outside with the screwball. Full count. Honeywell peels over his left shoulder at Alonso. Delivers a 3-2 to Winker, who swings and drives one to right field. It will hit off the top of the wall. Alonso hustling for third. It's going to be a long single for Jesse Winker. That was narrowly a 2-run home run, but it was certainly loud contact for Winker against Honeywell.
And it continues for the Mets. They're swinging the bat like they've been handed a sheet of paper. Say, hey, look, second pitch is going to be a curveball. Third pitch is going to be a fastball. They have not been fooled. I mean, the 3 innings that Flaherty was in there, you mentioning earlier, there were only 2 swings and misses against Flaherty.
First and third, no out. So whatever hope you had for a Dodgers 9th inning comeback is dwindling. They're at the corners, no outs. Pinch runner for Jesse Winker. Luis Angel Acuna. Starling Marte takes strike 1.
Marte shooting for a record. That'll be 4 doubles in 1 postseason game.
And 3. Pickoff attempt unsuccessful at first.
How rare is it for 4 doubles in a postseason game? Well, Dwayne McDonald going back. Chicago White Sox. Frank Isbell, 1906.
Love you, Dwayne. The 0-1 from Honeywell. Marte checks his swing on a pitch low and away.
Now, it must be put out there that the 2 of you grew up as White Sox fans.
That's right.
Didn't happen to be the case this year.
No, we're dumb, but we're not stupid.
A few thousand other people.
1-1, Acuna running, Marte swinging, base hit into center field. Alonso comes home to score. Acuna goes to third. RBI single, Starling Marte. 12-6 New York. Still nobody out.
And tonight, the Mets have absolutely handled the Dodgers, not only their lunch, they've handed them dinner too.
And again, I'm gonna make this point again, Mo. It's one thing to lose this game, but the way that the Dodgers are losing this game, you have given New York so much belief, so much energy, and so much life. It is just the absolute. Worst case scenario is all subjective.
Well, the Mets have earned it, the way that they have played, in particular the way that they have hit. They haven't pitched particularly, well, not outstanding, but they have allowed the Mets to get hope. Hope that they can do it. Hope that they've been able to come back. And you give them life, you give them energy. It's going to be a different flight for New York. You know, you start to look at the first 2 games of this series, and you figure that the Mets would not have a plane even headed west to to complete the series in Los Angeles. Well, that's going to happen now.
At the corner, still no out. 12-6 Mets. Tyrone Taylor, the Torrance native, swings and misses strike one.
Anthony Banda gets up in the bullpen, begins to throw with a kind of a leisurely pace.
This will be the 65th pitch from Brent Honeywell. Yeoman's work out of the bullpen. And what was kind of a clunker early. With 8 runs given up by Jack Flaherty. Ball 1 to Taylor, evens the count. Traveling tonight, off day tomorrow. And the game at Dodger Stadium, barring a miraculous 9th inning for the Dodgers. Screwball misses inside from Honeywell, 2-1. Two-one pitch. Taylor swings. Ground ball back to Honeywell. Looks the runner to third. Goes to second for 1. There's the turn for 2. What a play by Brent Honeywell. It was a tapper from Taylor right back to Honeywell, who looked Acuna back to third base, spun around, went to second for 1, and the Dodgers turned 2.
Nicely done and very thoughtfully done. Looking the runner back at third base to begin with.
Pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Dodgers Audio Network.
They won the NL West. They're the top seed in the National League.
The best record in baseball.
LA Dodgers October baseball is here.
KLAC, KYSR HD2 Los Angeles.
Dodgers making a pitching change. Brent Honeywell is out of the game. Anthony Banda is...
Betts to the bases loaded. Pulls one by third and down the line. Floodgates opening. Hernandez in to score. Kiermaier in to score. Ohtani's coming in as well. Betts has unloaded the bases. And a game 1 party in LA. That basketball run you were talking about? Yeah. 23-0. Yeah, that's hard to fathom. To right field, sending Fernando back towards the wall. He leaps and makes the catch. Fernando made the grab and right. Why? Because he is Fernando. Time the leap, brings it down. Says no.
Get ready for another bobblehead. That's a platinum glove at work. A good old-fashioned snatch it back.
9th pitch coming here to Vientos. To right center field. Pages on the move to the track. He couldn't find it. That's because it's over the wall. Grand slam, Vientos. The Mets have responded to the game 1 haymaker with a haymaker of their own. 6-0 in the second inning.
What an at bat right there. Comes in with a fastball, and we said the ball's going to travel in the day.
Charlie heads out, began his Rockies career in center field.
Pitched on Monday.
He's getting some light work. Jeff McNeil batting, Acuna on third. Here's the pitch from Banda. McNeil swings through, strike 1, and then he kind of, like he might have tweaked something. He's walking gingerly around the batter's box. The Dodgers to this point, as a pitching staff, Mo, don't have a single strikeout.
Well, the Mets all night long, very few swings and misses.
Banda ready is 0-1. McNeil swings a rocket right back over the head of Bonda, fielded by Edman at short. He throws across. Good pick by Freeman at first base. So Bonda ultimately only throws 2 pitches and gets the last out of the 8th inning. The Dodgers down to their final 3 outs, trailing by 6 in Game 5.
Download the iHeartRadio app and listen to AM 570 LA Sports.
Anywhere, anytime.
Anywhere in the world.
In the history of Dodger Stadium, there have been 19...
There's a towering drive down the line. Ohtani's broken through. It is gone. A majestic home run into the second deck. 7-0 LA. Guys on base. Good things happen for Shohei Ohtani.
That thing went a long way. That went a long way and didn't hook enough to even have a chance to go foul.
5-5 in the 7th. The Yankees are now 1 for 11 with runners in scoring position in this game. Base hit to left. Chisholm can fly. He rounds third and heads for the plate. He would have beaten the throw anyway. It squirts away from Perez. And the Yankees jump back in front, 6-5.
Verdugo now has a couple of hits, been on base 3 times. He scored a couple of runs, and he drives in the go-ahead run here with another base hit to left field. Chisholm was flying.
Field, and Gunnar Henderson has gone yard again to start the game. And with that, Gunnar Henderson holds the new single-season title for home runs by an Oriole shortstop. Move over Cal and move over Miguel Tejada. It's now Gunnar Henderson's world.
Bases loaded. Lane Thomas loves the first pitch. Thomas swings, hits a high fly ball deep into left field. It is up. It is going to be a grand slam. Lane Thomas. What a moment. What a swing.
Look at that. You want to talk about a midseason acquisition, BA, putting your team on his back.
High fly ball, deep left field. Back goes Melendez. Forget about it. It's gone. In large part, this night has belonged to Giancarlo.
You bet the 1974 in the National League Championship Series, Game 2 in Pittsburgh against the Pirates.
Teoscar Hernandez leading off. The pitch from Diaz. It is off the plate, called strike 1.
Let me make an observation here.
What's the observation?
You know, I've not been blown away by the interpretation of the strike zone so far in this series or in the series against the Padres.
Teoscar Hernandez in the air right field, shallow right, playable for Marte, about 15 feet inside the line. He records the out. Teoscar Hernandez 0 for 4 tonight, and now in the series 0 for 18. That is one of the more unbelievable stats of this championship series, is that Teoscar Hernandez doesn't have a single hit in 5 games.
And has not hit the ball hard.
You're right. Up and away, ball 1 to Freddie Freeman. Base is empty, 1 down, top of the 9th inning. 2 outs to get 6 runs.
There's going to be more games at Dodger Stadium. Don't get left out. Dodgers.com/postseason for tickets.
High fastball, 2-0. Guaranteed 2 more home games at least in this postseason. Freddie Freeman swings at the 2-0. Fly ball, shallow center. 2 gone.
Well, the Mets will have a plane headed west.
Maybe 2. Tommy Edman, the batter. Last out for the Dodgers here in Game 5. They trail 12-6. Edman is 1 for 4. And a base hit back in the third inning. Diaz gives him strike one. A slider at 91 right down the middle. Well, I knew the Dodgers were flying home tonight. As Edman grounds a ball to second, fielded by McNeil, who throws wildly off the facing of the Met dugout. So Edman will reach on an infield single. Well fielded by McNeil, like getting to it on his backhand, running to his right. But he was fortunate that ball didn't go into the dugout and give Edman an extra 90 feet. Anyway, what the point was, the New Dodgers are going home. The only question would be is how happy was the plane and how much would it smell like champagne? Well, as you sit here right now, it's not going to be a happy plane. And they're not going to smell like champagne. Kike swings at the first pitch. Fly ball, right field. Marte knows it. Met fans know it. There will be a Game 6 in the National League Championship Series. The New York Mets force a flight back to L.A. These two teams will play again on Sunday. There's no way around it, Rick Monday. It was another clunker in this championship series. There hasn't been a single close game yet. And this was an egg that was shocking to see the Dodgers lay.
Yep, and for Jack Flaherty, 8 runs allowed. And that ties the Dodger postseason record. Clayton Kershaw, 2014 National League Division Series, Game 1 against the Cardinals, and Chad Billingsley, go back to 2008 Championship Series, Game 2 at Philadelphia against the Phillies. But if you're looking at the Mets, looking for a spark, and down to the hopes, it was either win tonight or they go home. Well, they're going to be headed west. But for the Mets to not have a strikeout the entire game, and the way that they swung the bats tonight, the Dodgers made either very poor pitches or the Mets knew what was coming. And I doubt if it was the latter part. The Dodgers simply did not pitch well at all. They missed golden opportunities to bust this game open. But when you score the runs that they were able to score, you put 6 on the board, and you don't feel that you're really in the game at any particular point, it's a long, long night.
Really couldn't be a more disappointing night for the Dodgers. We'll take a break on the Dodgers Audio Network. Come back, put a bow